Welcome back, everyone, to MythCraft Legends, a convergence of cults, session 10, a MythCraft Legends live stream with our Patreon legends and rotating MythCraft the podcast cast. Let's go around and meet our party, starting with Corey.
Melizog Shoal, the leader of the Bridge Brigade, and totally do not have voices in my head.
Totally do not. Blair.
Hello. I am playing Belladonna Sirius, and I'm the new addition, and I really don't feel like I ought to be here.
Dan.
Also, my allergies are terrible, so I hope I can keep the voice up.
I'm playing Quentin, and it's cold, and there's some rain coming from the stay by the fire, stay safe. I'll make us something to eat.
Jesse.
Howdy, I'm Alan, and we're definitely welcoming these new ones into the family here. One big happy family.
Alex.
Oscar. Did you say rotating cast or rotating cats?
Maggie.
Oh my gosh, I am playing Eve, and let me tell you, I am kind of frightened of this entire situation, but I dig the cat.
And Luke.
Yeah, I'm Luca playing Volk, and rotating cats may happen. I do got 4 of them that might pop up every once in a while just because they want attention.
And I'm Nathan, your MythCrafter. Last time on MythCraft Legends, you all spent a couple weeks in Chasm Claw, recuperating after taking out the Cult of the Deadfall, or at least this chapter of the Cult of the Deadfall, completely defeating Zane's plans. You all got up to a variety of individual shenanigans in Chasm Claw, and then ultimately decided to set out in an attempt to defeat the Tarot Coven that has been moving in from the east. So last time you spent 2 days in-game making your way eastward, and so we're going to pick up in the dawn of your 3rd day of this expedition. You are all in a fairly large cave that has kept you dry from the late summer, or rather the mid-fall thunderstorms that have swept through. Do any of you have anything you want to do during the morning as you're going about breaking camp?
I don't think anything specific for Oscar. Just bathing himself before the day.
I don't have a whole lot. I think I would go ahead and cast Animal Bond on Blue just for that the upcharged version, so I've got that telepathic link.
Gotcha. Okay.
And as standard, because it's the start of a new period when things might be able to hurt me, Mage Armor ritualized.
Of course. Perfect.
I think Quentin would just be going around making sure everyone's having a portion of their rations, keeping themselves fed.
Beautiful.
I think Volk's just kind of gimping around still, trying to nurse the leg.
Yeah. Yeah, you've got, let's see, we're 2 weeks down. I want to say the injury is going to take 3 months. Let me pull that up real quick just so we recall that for sure.
As I said earlier, rotating cats.
We are how far away from a full moon for Sylvan? I think we're like 9 days.
Yeah, let's see. For Sylvan, you are... let me find my calendar. Let's see. After the 2 days of travel, we're on day 9 of its rotation. It's full at day 14, so you've got 5 days left before the full moon.
Sweet.
And given that you're all tracking that, it looks to me at a quick glance like Sylvan is the closest to being full. The others are either waning or in the pretty early stages of waxing, so Sylvan werewolves are the only ones that are going to be especially potent. Not to say
so
the
is
other
that-
werewolves wouldn't be a problem.
Is
Werewolves
that
are
meaning
werewolves.
that I'm close enough to it that I get the full moon?
No, not yet. No.
Yep.
Yeah, you're still 5 days out. I think it's a
memory loss, but the I forget. I guess this one doesn't have the type I am doesn't gain or lose uses based on the waxing or waning. I think that's only.
Oh, I see. Right, because that is dictated a little bit by your curse or how you are a lycanthrope.
Yeah.
Yeah. And confirming the broken leg, it's 2 months recovery time because you've received some non-magical healing, so you're looking at 6 more weeks before it's back to normal.
So we gimping along still.
Yeah. Anything from, let's see, from Melazog, Oscar, or Eva?
As much as there, most of my stuff would be better saved for a little bit yet. Other than helping get Volk up onto Ham, not much.
Mhm.
Nothing specific for Oscar. Yeah, he's just like I said, taking a little cat bath.
That's right. Yeah, sorry. You told me that. Sounds good. All right. So you break down camp. You all get geared up, mounted up on your war cattle, and you make your way eastward. After a couple hours, you would come to a rise in the terrain overlooking more of the landscape. You're able to see a bit further than previously as you kind of come up onto a clearing in the forest. And as has been the case in the first couple days of this journey, there have been a lot of deep ravines, some of which still have rivers running through them, all of which have water at this point because of the recent storms, but you get the sense that based on the way some of the water is just standing, there's not much of a current or active waterway in some of these trenches. But as you get up on this hillside and you're looking out over the forest before you and to the east, you would see a strange phenomenon that you can only assume is magical in some way. You see layers of mist or fog obscuring phenomena that appear to be covering these swathes of land in pretty clearly rectangular shapes. Some of this is due a little bit to the topography. There seem to be cliffs and steep hillsides that cordon off the portions of mist in some ways, but it looks like some of it is just magical. Like the abruptness of where the mist starts and stops is pretty unusual.
And you said there's like a number of these, or is...
Yes, you see multiple of these. Multiple
Okay.
chunks of fog.
That doesn't look particularly kind for us, my friends. Do we want to
Which means it's
try
almost
to
certainly where we need to go.
right, but do we want to try and avoid them and maybe try to clear them backtracking, or do we just want to charge into them as our group is wont to do?
Duke will pipe up. I mean, it seems like you kind of answered your own question there. That's what we want to do?
I said that is a normal thing that we are wont to do. Not that is necessarily what I want to do.
What if the Tarot O's folkies are in one of these, And if we go by them and we keep looking and we keep going, and then we never come back.
Not coming back was not part of the plan. It was, which one do we want to start with? The one closest to us or the one furthest from us, and then work back?
Oh, I see.
Well, I could send Blue scuttling on in there. Take a look through his eyes. Ain't nothing in there gonna hurt Blue.
My moth will fly off my shoulder. I can also send the bug.
Oh, yes. So we take a look-see. That's a smart idea.
I think that's a great idea. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. That's probably the best idea we have.
Both familiars are headed in there then.
All right.
Bug, just follow Blue. I can't talk to him telepathically, but
Can I have both of you make awareness checks using your familiars? Perceiving is certainly fine. This is just them scouting ahead what all they pick up on.
I have Blue in the wrong form for this. The
Mhm.
version has a better perception. 10.
All right. And the bug. There we go.
I'm still waiting for it to roll.
Okay.
19.
There we go. All right. For whatever reason, Blue is distracted or otherwise unable to get a lock on anything going on. But the bug, does it have a name or is it just Bug?
No, its name is the bug.
The bug. Pardon me. It is fluttering around in the mist, and it picks up on some scuffling and some noises that sound like Blue but are not Blue, because it can see Blue and it knows that Blue isn't the one making these noises. It can't really see anything through the fog, but it gets the sense that there are one or more wolves up ahead in the closest patch of fog.
And Blue's definitely just distracted doing puppy things. I mean, he's jumping in piles of leaves.
Yeah, he gets to one tree and then stops to check all of the messages that the other dogs have left, forgetting that he's actually supposed to be looking for the other dogs.
Chases a smaller moth.
Yeah.
So that one, I don't know if it's going to lead to finding the tarot or not, but there are things hidden in the mist. Did you see it, Alan?
No, I didn't see nothing. Blue's off chasing some kind of bug or something.
The bug is supposed to be following Blue. Okay.
Not that bug, another bug.
Oh, okay.
So maybe not that one then? Should we move up closer to one of the others and take a peek?
So the way they're arranged and the way the valley is situated, it would be difficult to get to later groupings of fog without going through this first one. Not necessarily impossible, but certainly the obvious direct path is through the first layer of fog. They're much smaller than this in comparison to Chasm Claw. That's just as small as my... Oh, there we go. Go a little smaller. There we go. Whoops. I don't know.
To be flatly honest, I'm not a huge fan of leaving potential enemies at our back.
Oh, I mean, that is a valid tactic. My thing was mostly that we wouldn't be leaving them at our back if we have a choice. Why don't we just charge through the front? I don't even know why I brought it up.
You knew
At those
we
words,
were gonna
Alan
end
does
up
nothing.
charging through anyways. I don't know why
At-
you try to divert us, man.
At those words, Alan.
You said
just
it's what we
mounts
want to
up on-
do.
Yeah, Alan
Oh.
just mounts up on Blue or not on Blue, on Babe, and hauls off.
That's
Okay.
like, oh wow, Blue got big quick.
I guess we're doing this then. Quentin's gonna bring
Here we
around
go.
his shield and start heading forward.
Perfect.
I will ready myself for combat, which is to say, bring out the buckler and my arcane focus.
Okay.
And as soon as Blue's back nearby, he's just gonna put Blue in his pocket again.
Okay. Blue is
Also, is Oscar still riding my cow? Because
No.
last
not
time
now.
I've been cowjacked.
No, he's walking this time.
Volk, you are lucky
I'm-
that I find you to be the best of us at swinging swords, or I might have made you walk so I could ride on my own cow. Ugh.
So let's see. We've got Melazar, or rather, we've got Volk on ham.
Yep.
Duke on macaroni.
I appreciate that. It's kind of hard to walk around with a
Good.
Yeah.
busted up leg.
Oh yeah.
And apologies, I forgot to grab Oscar's token, so I'm doing that real quick. This will be a shock to everyone, but while I'm fixing his token real quick, I'll need you all to roll initiative.
What?
I didn't see that coming.
No one expects the Spanish Inquisition.
26 for Alan.
Nathan, please remind me. It's endurance or awareness.
It is awareness.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
It said I was war cow, but I got a 13 for Oscar.
Perfect.
11 for Eve.
Okay.
Nine for
I'm sorry, 9 for
Melazog.
okay.
Should I roll for Babe also?
Sure. And we'll have the other war cows go on Babe's turn as well.
Mine didn't roll for whatever reason. There we go.
Let's see, Alan was 26.
Yes.
Volk was...
Ew.
Oh, we lost him.
Bats.
Quentin, what did you get?
14.
Okay. Book.
It says war cow, but it's apparently 12.
Perfect.
You've joined the
I
war
don't know.
cow.
I don't even have a war cow.
No, the
I have a normal cow.
Foundry likes to randomly decide which character on the board you are showing up as when you roll. For the war cows, what was Babe's roll, Jesse?
5 total.
Nice. And Volk, or Luke, what was Volk's roll?
Oh, okay, I'm back. All right. I was just gonna say your message. I got booted off. 12.
12 for Volk. Perfect, thank you. Now I just need to grab Oscar's token real quick, and then we'll be good. There are so many PCs because all of you have so many familiars.
Just wait, there'll be more.
That was the one direction I was given in
Exactly.
joining this was please, no more. No more.
Yeah, so was I.
Yeah, it was you can make really any character you want to. No summoning. That is
Yeah.
the one thing you can't do. No summoning.
We already have plenty of summoning.
Don't worry.
Oops,
There'll just be a few
summoners.
more here. Just be a couple more here and there. Don't worry. We all might take dips into Hellcrafter, and just start having
Mhm.
night
Just each of you get your personal Hellspawn assistants.
Right.
Yeah. All right. Sorry for the delay there. Oscar, what was your initiative?
13.
Okay.
I was setting up my combat sheet in the meantime because I realized I totally forgot to do that. And right as you updated my token, it cleared the... I was just copying and pasting like 3 sentences and it cleared them. I was like, no. But it's fine.
Oh my.
Nice.
No, thank you. No, thank you.
Double
2
crit.
crits is not... Well, he's burning them.
I'm burning them,
Sorry.
yeah. Combat is not the best use for them. No one is a troubadour has any other initiative tricks, right? Or actually, Melazog.
I was gonna say I have
Yeah,
some
yeah, yeah.
initiative tricks, but
Yeah.
I was just waiting until you had the wolves down. So I did actually roll the d4 already, and it was a 4.
Okay.
Hmm.
Got
I think I'm
a lot of low teens to play with.
Yeah. I think I'm actually gonna boost Quentin. No. I'm gonna boost Volk up.
Okay.
All right. +4 to Volk's initiative. Anything else from Melazog prior to jumping in?
No. Well,
Okay.
I was trying to bring my flying familiar in, but it wasn't.
Oh, yeah.
Let
Let
me
me
drag
grab
it in.
him. Yep. Melazog. Flying familiar. There we go. All right. We will jump in now with Alan starting us off. Any cow that is being ridden will just go on the turn of the person riding the cow. Otherwise, they'll go on the babe initiative.
Perfect. I probably should have done this prior, but oh well, too late. I'm gonna spend 3 AP to turn.
Okay.
And then do 1 AP and 4 SP for Jagged Bones. Track of that. And I can never remember this. Is burning at the beginning or at the end?
Burning would be at
Or not
the
burning, bleeding. Sorry.
well, yeah. Same for both of them. We moved that to the end so you have a chance to heal yourself during your turn.
Okay, perfect. And then I will also drink my potion of bullish strength.
Okay.
So
Full
let's see,
self
that
buff
was
round.
5 AP. I have 1 left, but I can only use it for attacking, so that's it.
All right. You hear wolves yipping
I'm
and
sorry.
yowling ahead of you.
I forgot about my MCAP.
Oh, sure.
So movement speed is, I had that open and I lost it.
40 feet.
40. Okay. So here
Perfect.
and cat ward here. There we go.
All right. Sweet.
Oh, I don't think that's got my dark vision on.
Oh yeah, what is your dark vision?
30 feet.
Okay.
Is the sight because it reduction in sight because it's dark, or because of the fog though?
The
That's
reduction, yeah. The reduction in sight is because of the fog. I am, for the sake of simplicity, just counting that as like your dark vision works to that radius. I know that's not quite how the obscuring phenomena works, but
Yeah.
yeah, anything outside of that, you have a vague sense of things. Like you know that there are some wolves up to your north and some wolves over to your east, but you can't quite make out how far away they are due to the fog.
And I did take my bleeding damage.
Perfect. All right, so speaking of the wolves, we've got 3 wolves going, and since you conveniently walked into the middle of them, they're going to pounce on you at this time.
Sweet.
Yeah. So first wolf, let's see how far away you are. Oh, perfect. Just right within range.
I don't like when he says perfect.
So he... Oh, excuse me. Perfect for you,
Thank
Oscar.
you.
Mhm. So this wolf will snarl up out of the fog, leap onto this fallen log that Babe is straddling, and just try to bite a chunk out of you, Alan. Targeting your armor rating, that's gonna be a 14.
Armor rating. Where did I put that? There we go. No. There we go. Dang, meets it, beats it.
It sure does. Nice. That's gonna be 5 damage and a secondary attack, 16 against your fortitude.
Okay. 16 against fortitude is not gonna. No.
Your fortitude is above 16.
So my endurance is oh no, it's not above. Dang it! Meets it, beats it.
Meets it, beats it.
No. Yeah, I'm above. I'm sitting at 18.
Dang. Okay.
With my hybrid form. Yeah.
Nice. All right. Yeah. So he
And
grabs
I will
at you.
Reduce my damage. I have a thing for that.
Okay.
Quick. By 5 damage. So I take
Nice. Nice. So he's trying to drag you off of Babe, but you're just holding on like the cow wrangler rodeo phenomenon that you are.
And the damage reduction was just Blue popping his head up out of the pocket and growling at it in his little puppy growl.
Nice. The next wolf is also going to attempt essentially the same thing. I'm checking the rules on Mount of Combat real quick. I believe that it's able to target you. Yeah, it can choose between you or the mount itself.
Yeah, because I'm technically sitting in the middle of it.
Right. Right. Okay, so it's going to attempt the same thing, the bite and then pulling you off if it lands a hit. And 14
That'll do it.
for 7 damage.
Can't reduce that.
Yeah. But it doesn't pull you off.
Sweet.
Not to mitigate your build that is allowing you not to be pulled off, but I imagine they're also trying to pull you at the same time from 2 opposite sides and you're just like stabilized. Alright, and then this last wolf is going to be this one up from the north. Should, yeah, plenty of movement to get down there. And third verse, same as the first.
Ouch.
Yeah, 7 more damage.
All good.
And also is unable to dismount you. So that will bring us to Volk, just in time. You are riding Ham, so you're able to use that MCAP and move the war cow up to 80 feet if you would like to.
Alrighty then. 80 feet, you say?
Yeah, let's see. Roughly where I have the ruler right now is approximately where
right by the wolves, where Jesse, where
Alan is.
Yeah, I'll move up. Does that cost my AP or does that cost? Yeah, does that cost my AP or does that cost?
Yeah, that'll cost Ham
AP.
it'll cost the mounted creature action points, which are a benefit given to you as the rider of the cow. So you still have all of your action points.
All right, I'm gonna spend 2 action points to activate Imbued Force Necrotic.
Okay.
And then I am going to attack the closest wolf I can.
Sure.
With my other... With my other AP.
Yeah. A 16 will certainly hit. Easily.
18. Say that one more time.
That hits.
Alright, so 16.
$12 total damage. Perfect. And that was all of your AP? First imbuing and then...
So for 12 damage.
Yep. Perfect.
12 necrotic damage.
Yeah.
Alright.
Alright. That's going to be Quentin. Quentin, you are up next. With Oscar after that.
Yep, 12 total. I'm rolling over 1 AP.
Yeah. Quentin's gonna reach up and pull those wisps of thought from his temple and get his little avian friend.
Yep. So
and
2 for the imbuing and 2 for the attack.
And then with that, he's going to have himself carried pretty much all the way over to where Alan has gone.
Perfect. What's the I'm sorry, the speed on that with your familiar?
30, and it could move once for free. So, and then I think I'm going to spend my last 2 AP, which will be 1 more, and move 30 more feet to be placed like right here.
Perfect.
And we're gonna place the shield down. Can't brace this turn because we're out of AP, but we're just gonna get it kind of pointed down toward the nearby trees.
Okay. With your familiar, it looks like I think you only spent 2 AP. Because your familiar gets to move you once on its own, right?
Yeah. Okay, so then with my last AP, I guess I calculated that wrong. I will brace, raise my shield up and increase my physical defenses by 3.
Perfect. All right, Oscar is up next.
All right. Let's see. Up there. Okay. He is going to run to this tree to his right and then climb it 20 feet up.
Yeah. As one does.
As one does. Let's see. What can I see from here now? Ooh. I'm gonna attack the wolf here, the one that I just highlighted.
Okay.
Shoot my recurve bow from up here at him. Ooh, for a 12.
12 on that wolf. That will do it. Meets it, beats it.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. Ooh, 7 damage.
All right.
Yeah, that's all my AP. That's my turn. He's just hanging out in the tree now.
Perfect. Duke is gonna move direct macaroni further up. And that will be his turn. He's not in a position to do ranged attacks currently until he fixes up his prosthetics a little bit more. See who the next wolf. I mean, they're gonna. He does have a knife. That's right.
Get him a mounted hand crossbow.
Right. You know what? Yeah, he will. He'll throw his knife. He'll see if he can be a hero.
Oh,
Let's go.
He's gonna be the
Let's
hero.
go. All right.
Nice.
I just burned another crit.
I love it.
All right. Yeah, he takes out that wolf.
Jeez.
fantastic!
Yeah.
Quentin
Good
tears
job,
up. He's
dude.
so proud.
This next wolf is going to approach. I think just run straight up to the pile. Just pile on Babe and Alan in the middle here.
Let's go.
And let's see, pack tactics is going to be in effect. Flanking is not currently. So that is going to be a 20 to hit.
That's gonna do it.
Yep. For 6 damage. And then he does not pull you off. And Book is up next.
Well, I am rapidly becoming displeased by the shortage of people around me. Let's have a look. Actually, got an idea. If I come up.
It's funny seeing everyone's range of vision and then clicking on Book. The Batfolk eyes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, mine doesn't have my range of vision. I have 30 feet of night vision or dark vision. Now I can see.
All right. There we go. Oh, so that's one to move. Do I have good enough line of effect on northernmost wolf?
Yes, I would say so. You can position yourself between or underneath the branches.
Yeah. Okay. In that case, I will lash out at that one with frostbite.
Excuse me. Okay. Yep.
So 19 against
That
fortitude.
hits. Oh, against fortitude. I mean, yeah, it still hits.
Yeah. For 10. And frostbite's the one that only costs 2, so I've got 2 left. I can do it again.
Very nice.
How's the wolf looking?
Bloodied.
17 on fort.
That will hit. Yeah, the wolf is no longer
11.
looking bloodied.
Is it frozen?
So I just appear to run away from the fight and then shoot into the fog.
Nice. And then in the distance, people hear a little like doo-doo-doo-doo-doo noise of like a glass statue kind of coming apart. Yeah. Eve is up next.
Okay. From her perspective, totally alone. Everyone has abandoned her in the fog. Oh,
You've
good.
got a work cow next to you. And Sparkles.
Thank God. Thank God for the cows.
I didn't feel like I was that far away.
Moo.
She can't see so well. But I do know she saw her friend run this direction. So I think she would probably also head toward the tree over here and would be like going, Oscar! Oscar!
You hear quiet. You hear like quiet cat chirping from 20 feet above you.
Okay. And so she's going to attempt to climb the tree as well to get hopefully maybe some better vantage point.
Okay.
Because it sounds terrifying out there. It sounds terrifying out there.
Well, so to do that, first I'm going to have you make a luck check to determine the ease of position of the branches for climbing.
Fair.
Because Oscar just has a climb speed. Eve does not.
Fair.
All right, it's a pretty easy tree to climb.
Cool.
Yeah, very, very conducive to climbing. I'm just going to say for you, since you don't have a climb speed, it's difficult terrain, right? Every 5 feet counts as 10 feet of movement.
Okay. All right, cool. How much would that take then for her to like meet Oscar where they're at in the tree comparatively?
Yeah, Oscar is about 20 feet up, so it'd take you 40 feet of movement to climb up that high.
Okay, can't do that. Can't go that high. It's just a little bit high. She just wants to go a little bit high.
Yeah, the tree itself is about 50 feet tall.
Okay, maybe like 5 feet, 10 feet, just high enough.
Mhm.
I just needed to get off the ground. I didn't feel safe on the ground at the moment.
Yeah, right there with you.
Can you see what is going on over there?
A little bit. I think they got it under control.
Oh, okay. Well, then I'll just hang out here. So, how have you been? You enjoying the
They
stay?
have it under control.
Oscar turns away from the conversation. He became disinterested.
Fair. That's probably fair. That's going to be all for Eve at the moment because I don't think she can move any further. So.
All right. Melizog will be the next player, but first we've got a massive wolf that will lumber up to someone. Let me check its speed. Yeah, it's got 4 viable targets here. And it's going to pick on the NPC.
Oh,
poor Duke.
Yeah.
Always get picked on.
I know. He throws his knife. He sees the wolf go down. He's like, "Yes, guys, did you see that?" And then he turns over, and there's a wolf that's larger than the cow, just breathing down at him.
Like, uh-oh, I'm in danger.
All right. Let's see. Move and take 2 tier 1 act. Yeah, he is in danger. First attack is going to hit Duke. Duke is almost bloodied. Second attack does not knock Duke prone. He's watching Alan and figuring out how to keep his bearings on the cow. And then the wolf will try to bite Duke. Will hit, and now Duke is bloodied pretty badly. But he is not susceptible to lycanthropy at this time.
oh, oh boy.
Go Duke. Melizog, you're up next.
Okay, so no one is around for me to buff them. Everyone has vanished. Yeah.
I'm just over
First-
here. I'm not that far away.
Oh, where are you? Oh, where are you? Here, let me look. Oh, there you are. I'm not sure if what I have will assist you all that much.
I just want you to know you're not alone. I am hiding, though.
So, familiar, move once, use one of my AP to move again. And I will just use 3 AP here.
Into the fray.
Well, as far away from the fray and still be effective as possible.
Yeah.
But that will be my turn. I'm gonna end my turn with 1 AP.
Perfect. We've got some wolves, got some cows, and then we'll be back to the top of the order. This dire wolf is going to join the fun, try to take a bite out of Alan. And he's going to chip a tooth, poor guy.
Oh.
And now the two more werewolves down in the south of the map here. Let me see what all they can do again.
Sure was dire for that wolf.
Yeah.
Is that dire wolf's name Romulus or Remus?
I feel like he just bit Alan's spur.
Nice. Yeah.
Needs to save tooth. You can make a necklace or something out of it.
I mean, we can make rations out of most of the bodies, fur coats out of the rest of them. Just have to survive.
And Duke is going through it. Both of these werewolves run up to him. First one misses, the second one hits. And, yeah, Duke is down to 0.
No, he's not.
Oh,
I'm
he's not down to
casting
0.
Last Standing.
Okay, he's up to 1?
Yeah, he's up to 1.
Nice.
I think you ruled it that we still take 1 fear.
Yes. Yes, everyone gains 1 fear. Guys? Guys?
Get out of there, Duke.
I'm doing my best. I just don't move that as well as the rest of them.
Man, I can only imagine all the horrible things you all are fighting. I've got 3 werewolves on me.
Oh yeah, it's that bad. It's bad for all of us, really. It's terrible out there.
Mm-hmm.
Right, Oscar?
I just got 4 regular wolves. I'll be over there in a minute.
I'm sorry,
So
what?
Don't worry, Duke. I'm a-coming.
Cows will double move. And we're back to the top of the order with Alan.
Okay, so I guess it doesn't matter because I'm not bloodied yet, so I can't use that. So first thing, I'll gain my shield HP. Look at me actually remember. 2 HP.
Nice.
And then no, I'll save that. I'll just make. So first we'll have Babe trample the dire wolf that chipped its tooth.
Okay.
That is.
Remember, I'm limiting MCAP attacks to 1 per cal per turn.
Yes. Yep. So there's that. I don't think that.
A 5 is not going to hit, no. As you go to stomp, the wolf turns away and spits out its tooth, coincidentally dodging.
Fair enough. All right. That being said, I will just make We'll start with the 2 regular wolves. I'll start with this top one up here.
Okay.
Just 1 attack.
Mm.
That's not gonna hit.
No, it's not.
Oof.
Forgive me
Third
for being
attack.
so gleeful.
How about an 18
Yeah, that hits.
or 9 damage?
All right, he goes from full health to bloodied.
Cool. So that's 2. Here's a third. Good grief.
Wow.
Here's a 4th
Dang. Nope.
and a 5th.
That was like,
How about a 5th?
5th one will do it.
All right. And that's 10 damage.
And that takes him out. Are you? Remind me, you got so many attacks off. Does your build let you do like 1 AP unarmed attacks?
Yes, the spell Jagged Bones
Yeah.
has a 1 AP. And that's
Right. Yeah, it turns you into Wolverine. That's right.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice.
And then I'll target the other small wolf there.
Okay.
Please crit. Not crit, but...
It did not crit. It did hit.
That'll be 10 damage.
Nice.
And I believe that is it, other than my bleeding damage.
Perfect.
And I'm not gonna move. Yeah. Yep. All good.
All right. So the injured dire wolf to your immediate north, Alan, will make an attack against you. It's got pack tactics and flanking, so it's going to have a +3 to this roll. So a 20 for 6 damage.
Yay.
And a 17 to knock you prone.
Not quite.
Okay.
One more. One
Yeah.
higher.
Jeez.
Crit
Oh.
on the second
That's
attack
gonna hurt.
Oh no.
for 13 damage.
Ouch.
And a 22 to knock you prone.
That did it.
Yeah. So let me check real quick. If you or your mount are knocked prone, you must make a dexterity balancing check to stay mounted. The DC is going to be 15, looking at this little chart here.
Okay.
The wolf is the same size as you, so you've just got to keep your balance. So yeah, DC 15 dexterity check, and you can add balancing if you have it.
It's not gonna matter.
All right, you are dismounted.
Ouch.
And that's all for the wolf, so Volk will be up next.
All right. A second here to get everything loaded. So I'm going to use one of the cow's AP to move down to attack the big wolf.
Perfect.
And that's so 2 AP.
9 will not hit the big guy.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to do it.
That one will.
And 9.
Yeah, 25 does.
For 10 total damage.
Perfect. He
And I
takes
got
it.
one last attack because I rolled over one last.
Yep. Unfortunately, a 12 does not quite connect.
Bulk can do.
All right. That'll be Quentin up next then.
So there's a knife sticking out of one of these wolves right next to Quentin, right?
Yes. Yeah. Next to one that is dead next to you at your
Yeah.
feet.
By any chance, can Quentin take that, rip it out of that dead wolf and hand it over to his bird, or can the bird not, bite it in its beak?
The bird can carry it. The bird can't attack with it. If you're trying to
Right.
return it to Duke, that's fine.
Yes.
Yep.
Does it take an AP for Quentin to hand that over?
No. No, it's a
Okay.
light item.
And how tall are these cliffs right here behind Duke?
They would be pretty tall. Like taller than the trees. You're fettered into a canyon a little bit. You didn't quite see this with the mist, but you can't make out the top of the cliffs.
Okay. Well, in that case, my bird is gonna fly down and scoop up, not Duke, but Duke's mount, and carry both of them.
Okay.
Back over and 30 feet closer to Oscar's tree.
Okay.
I love
It's
it.
my tree now.
And then it's gonna drop the knife for Duke
Nice.
out of its beak.
So you just gave a bull wings.
Yeah, I did do that.
Yep.
You got to stay safe, Duke.
Oh, we've got a blue one, and now we've got a red one.
Thanks, Quentin.
And then I guess Quentin will 1 AP move onto the other side. And then 2 AP to backhand this wolf here.
Okay. Yeah, you nail him.
Only 4 damage, though.
All right. Still up, but barely.
And we're going to save the last AP over.
Perfect. Oscar, you are up next. You see out of the mist like roils and parts, and what kind of bird, Quentin?
It looks like a secretary bird.
Okay, yeah. So with like the plumage and everything, you see a secretary bird dragging a cow, flying a cow back over with a very wounded Duke on its back.
Oscar gets spooked and he runs down the tree. He runs to the tree that is northeast of him, and he climbs 30 feet up into that tree. This is all of his AP to run down the tree, and he goes up there. He kind of, when he passes Evie, kind of makes like a little like.
Oh, good. Good.
Can
Before
I?
NASCAR, there was NASCAT.
Nice. Oscar, can you make a charisma roll for me? Or actually,
Yeah.
a sanity roll.
Sanity roll. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have that ready. 1 second.
Yeah, you can just do a d20 and add your whatever your
Oh,
bonus
I
is.
rolled so good on that. 22.
Nice. Nice. All right. Perfect. That's all. All I needed to know.
I didn't like that.
Duke will dismount, move forward a little bit, and throw his knife while staying as far away from the wolves as possible. Quentin, I appreciate it, but I want to be a hero.
Oh, okay.
You can't be a hero if you don't survive.
I think a lot of stories would disagree. Just remember me, because this isn't looking good.
I'm trying to keep you alive.
That's all that Duke has. So the wolf will take a bite at Quentin now that your shield is lowered. Flanking and pack tactics +3 on this attack roll. That's going to be an 8.
No, that does not hit.
All right, and the wolf will retreat. And that'll bring us to Book back in the back.
Okay. Yep. Okay. Well, I am going to. Let's see. This is. That's 1 and a 5. So I'll spend 2 AP to move. To the. Come on. To this tree, and up 15 feet, because I also have a climbing speed. And what I would like to do is 55, 50 feet. Let me make sure that's in range for me. Oh, yeah, that's well in range. I am going to drop a snowball right between these 3 werewolves. I think I should be able to hit them all.
Perfect. All right, snowball.
Yep.
Excellent.
And snowball is also against fort, which isn't ideal. But there we go. I always forget it's 1 attack roll for everyone.
Correct.
Or,
yeah.
Or separate. Okay, 1 attack for everyone.
Yes.
So 20 versus fort.
That will hit all of them.
Okay. For 7 damage, and they're all knocked prone.
Perfect.
And
Let me
run, Duke, run.
see.
And I am.
Thanks,
Ouch.
Book. I'll try to recover my knife and then scurry away. His knife being right in the middle of them.
Wait, no.
Eve, you're up next.
Sorry about that. Okie dokie. I want to get a little closer to the wolves, but I'm also in a tree, so the log that's like underneath this guy down here, is it like totally on the ground, rotting, falling apart, or is it any way connected to like it has fallen down and one could climb through the branches onto it to kind of like ramp down?
Because it's fun, we'll go with the latter. It's not connected to the branches. It's solidly on the ground, but there's enough of an angle and it doesn't appear to be completely decomposing. So yeah, you could ramp down.
Okay. Would it still be the like difficult terrain
to climb
situation?
across? Yeah.
To climb,
once you're on the log, you
here?
can. Yep. Once you're on the
Scale
log, you
down.
can move normally. Yep.
Okay, so I think she could basically get like there, and that would be 1 of her AP. And then from here, it would be normal. You're saying?
Correct.
Okay. Then I think. Let me. Just trying to decide. All right, I think she's going to skittle that way then. My bad. And get to like probably about there-ish.
Okay.
I believe that takes all of her AP. Now, the one question I did have was if she wanted to cast a spell, and the spell talked about it being like a radius around her. That means she would always be in the middle of it. She couldn't like place it just outside of herself for that radius.
Yeah,
to be
if the
around.
range itself is like a 10-foot radius, that's 10 feet out all directions from you. Yep.
Okay, cool. That gives me some thoughts for the next round, hopefully. So yeah, she would just from there probably just ready her kunai, like makeshift
Perfect.
thingy. Lovely, thank you.
Yeah. You're also so the giant werewolf is going next. Volk hit it. Wolves like to gang up on large prey or pick off weak prey. So it's going to make a snap judgment here real quick. With evens being Volk and odds being Eve. All right. Well, that is Volk. Even should have been Eve because it's in the name, but we'll go with how it rolled.
Next time.
So, yeah, next time. So he's going to stand from prone and make a couple bites directed at... Or one claw and one bite directed at Volk. Claw is going to be a 22. And that would be 6 damage to Volk. And then he'll see he does not knock you prone. These wolves are not...
That hits me.
Yeah. These wolves are not having good luck with their knocking over.
At all.
Good.
And the bite attack is a 21, which should also hit. But I'm rolling terrible damage. It's going to be 10 damage total across the 2 attacks for Volk. And no secondary effects. And
I love that so far I'm the only one that's been knocked prone.
yeah, and it took me like 12 attacks to get that. Melizog is up next before the remainder of the wolves.
Okay, that timed out perfect. Or better because the train's just...
Nice.
So, Familiar is going to use help on the big werewolf, giving everyone CA on it. Trying to figure out who needs my support. And yeah, then I will focus Volk against it, against the big werewolf.
Okay.
Giving Volk an additional PA. And then I am going to attempt to demoralize the big werewolf.
Okay.
Yeah. My bad. It did not actually roll, it just added a flat.
I see, yeah. There we go.
How does an 9 stack up to its willpower?
Meets it, beats it.
All right, so it is demoralized.
Okay. Which is creatures attacking it have +1 TA.
Yep.
Correct. Yep. Okay.
Yes. So everyone but Volk will have +2 against that particular werewolf.
And Volk will have a +3.
Volk will have +3. And I think I'm going to use metal. I'm trying to make sure I have that. Because I went back and forth on some stanzas.
Use metal. Full Metal Alchemist.
Please hold. Yeah, no. I can't do that. That was an earlier rendition of this character.
Okay.
And
Buddy.
double checking the action point cost on the same as this one. My apologies.
No worries.
Okay. And then I'm gonna blast this werewolf
Okay.
with this amethyst wand. Okay, do it again.
Yeah. Just add it. I mean, if you crit, you definitely hit it.
I just feel like it
What? He
didn't.
crit?
Oh,
You didn't say what kind of crit.
You just need one more do-over.
right.
That is everything I'm going to use. Going to end my turn with 1 AP.
All right. This direwolf is going to bite Alan, who is prone, flanked, and pack tactics. So that's going to be +4 to this roll. It's 16 to hit.
16. That's gonna do it.
All right.
Is that a meets it beats it situation, Alan?
No, that one was a 14 is a meet it.
Okay.
That's 7 damage.
7 damage. Second attack, much higher. For 9 more damage.
I am at 0.
Nice. I mean, apologies.
Oh, wait.
No,
I'm gonna actually damage reduce that.
Oh,
First.
yeah. Okay.
I'll damage reduce the first one. So hold on. What I was at. E4. That's 2. I ticked down by 5.
Okay.
So,
First one does 2, second one still does 9.
yeah, that still took me to 0.
Yeah.
we're gonna use our last held over AP and use keep standing, and pop you back up to 1.
Sweet.
Nice. And that is going to be 1 more fear for everyone, so that's 2 total from this combat. The Primor werewolves are going to make that same... This time even will be Eve, because logic. Alright.
He got those dice got a thing for
Even
me
an
today.
E.
They do. So they're going to circle up and attack Volk. The second one is going to get flanking. The first one is not. I just went ahead and moved them both at the same time. Now that they're up close to Eve and Volk, you would see that there are, like, liquid flames coming from their mouths, like green corroded flames, like their saliva is combustible. So the first one attacking at just a normal roll. Oh shoot, you know what? They were prone. They'd have to stand and then move. They get into position. They can't attack this turn.
Oh.
Let's go.
Not that a 6 would have hit, but that is all. Yeah, that's all they do. And now the lovely, lovely cows.
Now that I'm
Trample.
not mounted, can I have... Or, yeah, Babe will be going also.
Oh yeah, okay. Sparkles double stomps for a total of 9 damage to... Oh, he is still up. Nice, look at that. Good job, Direwolf. That's all for Sparkles. Babe will make the same attacks. Miss and... Yeah, Babe will take out that wolf. And then the last cow Move followed by 1 attack.
Move.
He's hoofing it.
I was just gonna say that.
But he misses. All right, we are back to you, Jesse. Alan.
All right. First thing I'm gonna do is drink my other potion, which is a nature's remedy.
Nice.
Oh, for 6.
Nice.
Take it. And then I'll stand. And let's see, we've just got the one wolf back. So, yeah, gonna hit it. Does a 20
It sure does.
for 10 damage.
All right.
Gonna do it again. Don't think 9's gonna do it.
It is not. And I apologize. You said you stood up, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Does a 15.
15 does.
That will be 9 damage.
Okay.
And last one. Hey!
Nice. Nice.
I believe that's... No, I don't have anything to make that a crit. Dang it. 10 damage.
Yeah, you take him out.
Sweet.
Perfect. That's all right.
Yes, that is it.
Excellent. That will somehow I think I must have tapped that button, removed Volk from initiative, but Volk goes between Alan and Quentin, so it's Volk's turn next.
Alrighty.
Walk up the big guy. I'll give you an extra AP.
Go for the big one? Alright. So I got an extra AP?
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
Yep.
Shoot. I forgot my...
So I got 6 AP.
Shield
Is that
AP.
what you're saying, Corey?
Yes.
Yes.
Alright, just wanted to double check before I started doing things. Alright, swing. Think at a 16 plus 4 TD, 20 would hit.
It sure does. It sure does.
Or TA. And then,
Nice.
ooh, nice.
Nice.
And then another. So 16 total damage.
Yeah, he really
first
doesn't
attack?
like that. Uh-huh.
Thinking a 14 on its own hits, let alone the extra TA I got, which is 4.
Actually,
so 18.
Against this giant wolf, the attack itself does not, but the necrotic still seeps through. So it will take the necrotic damage, but not the physical.
Even at the 18?
Even at that 18.
Wow.
Even though even the blade's magical.
Yeah, the werewolf, the like
The blade is
necrosis from the
magical.
blade.
Okay, just make sure.
Yeah.
Okay. And then 1 damage. And
Yep.
then I got one last attack.
Oof. Yeah, and same story. He'll take just the necrotic.
Just the necrotic. Yeah, because I know if I got imbued blade first, that makes it a +1 weapon. So I don't know if that make it any difference otherwise for it.
Not in this case, no.
Okay, didn't think so, but
Yeah,
just making sure.
always good to check.
All
Yeah.
right, that's all I can do.
All right, and now it'll be Quentin.
Real quick in between things, I forgot my bullish strength, shield HP, and my bleeding, so I'm gonna do that real quick.
Oh, gotcha. Effectively 2 hit points up.
Yeah.
Nice. All right. Same group of wolves. Yeah, we're up to Quentin now.
Okay, let's see. I think Quentin is going to chase down the running wolf. Hey, where you going? So that's 1 AP.
Let's go.
And then he's going to try and just pile drive a hand down on its haunch.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it had one hit point.
Poor doggo, now I feel bad. So that's still leaves us with 3 AP. I think we're gonna use no 1 AP left. We're gonna stay there, hold an AP, but where has Duke gone?
Through the fog, you can't quite see Duke directly, but you hear his voice and you see indistinct shapes coming from past Volk.
Gotcha. Is there any way I could just have my bird use its airdrop ability to go fetch that knife and drop it back for Duke?
Let's see. Your bird has 30 feet speed.
Yes, but it could, so I can move and then use one of its actions, and its airdrop gives it another 30 feet off that action.
Gotcha.
So
Then yes. Yep, it can fetch the knife for Duke.
All right, and that will be the rest. Yeah, it's gonna go nibble up that knife and come drop it at Duke's feet, and
Perfect.
Quentin will hold his last AP over.
Perfect. Oscar, you're up in a leafy tree now. How's the view over there?
Leafy, green. There's a bark joke in here somewhere, but I'm a cat.
I was working on that too. I couldn't quite get to it.
Okay, I want to get a wording check. So for volley, it says when you hit a creature that has an ally adjacent to it, that is one of their allies, correct? Not one of mine?
Correct.
Dang it.
Yeah.
Only those werewolves had not split up. All
Yeah.
right. I will take 2 shots at that one closest to me then.
Okay.
That I'm highlighting there, of those 2. Let me get my actual thing there. All right. Whoop. 18.
18 will hit.
Nice. Ooh, for 7 damage.
Okay.
So can I do anything? Yeah, I'll do that again.
All right. That's just normal pointy damage, right?
Yeah,
Perfect.
sharp. 16.
16 is not going to hit with just a normal arrow.
Dang.
Yeah. Kind of clatters off the magically kind of augmented bristly fur of this creature.
Would I have any TA or it has any TD from me being kind of hidden up there?
That's a good point. You would have a TA that'd bring you up to a 17, which is still not quite enough, but noted for future attacks. You've got the you have the high ground, Anakin.
That's Oscar's turn then.
All right. Duke, with his knife, will throw it at the same werewolf that Oscar just targeted. And he will miss, and then he will run away and hide behind this log. And that's all he can do, so it's Book's turn.
Good job, Duke.
Okay.
Thanks. I missed, but I'm running away now.
That is the most important part. You have to stay alive. Quentin
But I want to contribute. Anyway,
Quentin would kill me if you die.
Go ahead, Book.
You're doing fine. You're doing fine. It's okay. Don't even worry about it. Let's see. So, how are the little werewolves looking health-wise? The big one, I think, is still mostly okay. Is that right?
Big one is bloodied. The little ones are actually mostly okay.
Well, let me have a quick measure here. So I'm well up in the tree, so I should be able to get past him. So yeah, I will go for Frostbite on the big werewolf.
Okay.
It's against Fort.
Yeah.
20 versus Fort.
That's a hit.
It will actually be a 22 because you get 2 TA on that.
Mm-hmm.
And 10 damage.
Yeah, he takes it. It hurts him. Badly.
Okay. So all right, great. Well, let's just do a quick repeat and let other people get to theirs. So slightly better.
Yep.
And slightly worse. So this is a hit for 8.
Perfect.
And I will
18 cold.
bank 1 for later.
Sounds good.
Just so I remember correctly, Duke's only got 1 hand, right?
Yes, correct.
So bringing him up in the tree with me would probably not be the best move.
Not until he's had some more time to adjust and figure out how to compensate, yeah?
Okay. So I haven't seen any evidence. It's like, no, he is perfectly nimble and functional with 1 hand.
No. He's working on it, but he lost his hand less than a month ago. So still a long way off from that.
This would not be a good time for a learning experience.
Yeah, right. Okay. Eve is up next.
Sweet. Firstly, she's going to look at Quentin's familiar and just like make a mental note of like, I gotta get on his list. I wanna make sure I can just have him bring me things when I need it. That's impressive. She's then going to, I think she's going to move. Yeah. Want to come down a little bit. There we go. See, she couldn't see it before, but she wanted to. She's going to go after the giant werewolf.
Love to see it.
Don't we, though? She's going to use her scimitar. Oh, okay. I'll take it for 20.
22 from tactical advantage.
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
52.
and yes, that hits.
Dope.
Nice.
Right. 4. 3. It's
Okay,
a little something.
Takes it,
A little
yeah.
something. I think between the movement and that is all she has got.
All right.
Hi.
Now, luckily for you, Eve, it's got flanking on Volk right now, so the wolf is going to focus on that. A 10 is going to be a miss. And a 18, I believe, hits. Volk, your armor rating is still 16?
18.
18?
Yes, it is.
Okay. With the flanking meets it, still beats it, so he's gonna do
18 total?
Yeah, 18 total to hit.
Okay,
and
to hit. I'm thinking 18 total damage.
Oh no. 7 damage and 12 against fortitude for potential lycanthropy.
You beat me.
Okay. All right, you're afflicted with Garvor lycanthropy.
So I potentially have lycanthropy.
Uh-huh. Luckily, the full moon of Garvor passed 2 weeks ago while you were in town, so you've got a little time to figure that out. And Melazog will be up next.
Might be fun.
Is
It's gonna be a party.
To that because it's a different moon?
Well, I'm sorry, say that again.
Is Alan even susceptible to that since he already has lycanthropy? But it is a different moon.
I don't know. We'll have
Double
to.
lycanthropy.
Yeah, we'll have to bite you and find out.
I really want to find out.
New power build unlocked. 5 moon lycanthrope.
Stacks.
Okay, so starting off, familiar will do the help action against the big werewolf.
Okay.
And then I will demoralize it again.
Okay.
26 this time.
Yep, so that 2 TA is preserved.
Yeah.
Nice.
This will be the amethyst wand, getting
Okay.
this time a 26.
Yes.
6 plus charisma. For
9
damage.
cold damage, right? Yeah. Okay. It's on his last legs.
I'm gonna try it again.
Okay.
What were his first legs?
Probably the front one.
Yeah, especially when you're a lycanthrope and you're part humanoid. Yeah, that'll
19.
connect. Especially since it's cold. Yes, that connects. All right. Melozog, how do you do it?
It's just 2 blasts of this wand after he's been just, doing what he normally does in combat, which is making sure everyone else can hit things pretty effectively. And then he's like, I think this time will be better than the last time. And he shoots out twice. And this thing turns into like a statue and then starts to break apart.
Beautiful. All right, 2 Primor werewolves flanking Volk. They're going to attack. So against your armor rating of 18, the first one's claws is a crit.
Oof.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
That's gonna hurt.
It is. It's really gonna hurt.
Oh,
22 damage.
Ow.
Ugh.
Holy crap. He out. Wow. 0.
No. I still have 1 reactive AP. He's going.
Nice. Pop him back up to 1.
Yep.
Okay.
and that's 3 fear.
That's 3 fear. Bite attack from the same.
Nathan!
Can you not?
Another crit.
Can you not? Maybe?
No.
I mean, you were at 1 hit point.
Can
You take a
you not,
crap load of
please?
damage. It's just back down to 0 hit points.
That's the 3rd time in a row that you've gotten that kind of run. No, thank you.
Second wolf, first attack. Okay. Streak is broken.
Okay, that's
Second wolf, second attack is going to be 2 death points on Volk.
That hits.
Yeah.
That hits
2
over.
death points. And
Alright.
all right, we've got some cows, and then we'll be back to the heroes. You can probably
Alrighty.
clean them up on your next turn. Cow is gonna stomp a couple times on this wolf, and miss once and hit once for 4 damage. Sparkles, you're writing Babe at this point, or you're not, Alan?
No, I wasn't. I didn't use the AP to get back.
Okay. Then Babe and Sparkles will run over to assist along with Macaroni.
Is that gonna be a bull rush?
Yeah. So they're all gonna gang up on this central wolf here. They each get 1 attack. Miss, and that's a hit for Macaroni. For 6 damage on that wolf,
Is
and
Ham
we'll be
taking
back
swings
to...
at him too, or?
Ham is not currently, because Ham is acting on your turn as you're still riding him. So it'll be back
Right,
to
okay.
Alan.
Just wanted to double check how that works.
Yeah. Yep.
All right.
They go on their own turn unless they're being ridden.
Shield HP roll.
Okay.
Better than nothing. And as much as I like 1 AP attacks, I think I'm going to stop bleeding. So we're going to retract claws.
Okay.
And in place of that, let me check my inventory real quick. I'm going to... Oh, do I still have... There they are. Yeah. I'm going to pick out grab a femur out of my bag. And
Okay.
be wielding that like a big-ass improvised club.
Okay. Club. Okay.
We're gonna move. And yeah, should be 1 AP to move there.
Mm-hmm.
So it's 1 AP. That leaves me with 5. Have any of these? Are we focused on any of these? Has anybody used Battlefield Tactician?
All the bonuses are on the ones that just died.
Okay, so I'm gonna spend 1 to put Battlefield Tactician on this one right here, so everybody else is focused on it.
Okay.
Because I have allies with 5 feet, I am focused on it. And then I'm gonna swing at it twice.
All right. It tries to like catch and gnaw on the femur each time you swing at it.
So this will be, I think, +1 for flanking, +1 for focus. So it'll be this +2.
Yep.
For a 26.
That is a hit.
And 12 damage.
Okay.
And then we'll swing again. 12.
A 12 for... This is blunt damage, right? Femur?
Yes.
That's not going to do it.
Dang it. Really should have invested in luck points. I don't believe I have anything left that I can do. So.
All right. That's going to be Volk.
Oh. I forget. We get 7 death total, right?
8.
One of us gets more than that.
I'm just gonna do whatever I can do. Yeah. I'm just gonna do what I gotta do to keep myself from getting more death points. I'm just gonna let Ham take swings.
Sure.
Take his swings. I don't have him set up for the work now. So if you want to roll that out, since you have that set up for the work out better than I do.
Yeah. Yeah, so he'll make 1 attack. While you're riding Ham, you can direct him to make 1 attack and to move. So if you want him to carry you out of the fray, he can do that. He hits for 9 damage.
Yeah, I'll have him move me out as far out of the fray as he possibly can.
Yep. And if you want to, since Volk, you yourself have not spent any action points this turn, if you want to start catching your breath and just, provided that you don't further direct Ham and just catch, like, basically tap out, then you're not going to continue to gain death points.
That's what I'm gonna do.
Perfect. All right. Quentin is up next.
Okay. Yeah, let's see. Our bird is gonna fly down. And gosh, that is 1 AP to get 2 Volk. And then another AP to drop. Well, I guess we'll give another bull some more wings. And we'll bring Ham on over right in front of us.
Okay.
So that's 2 total that we've spent. And we had 1 left over. So I still have 3. So we're going to use 2 to do lay on hands and give Volk 3 life.
Okay.
And then we're going to save the last one over.
Sounds good. Oscar. Muted. Hang on.
Oh,
I can hear you now.
sorry. I had to clear my throat and I forgot to unmute. Clarifying question. Is Quentin glowing or do I just have his dark vision on me for some reason?
Quentin is glowing, but I think he shouldn't be anymore. I think that's from a previous encounter.
Oh, okay. I was using that, so now I know when I can and can't see completely.
I mean,
right,
when
I
is he
can't see.
not glowing? But yeah, he's not actually glowing.
Okay.
You're glowing.
I need to see how close I need to be to actually, you know what? Things are quieting down. Oscar's gonna curl up right here and wait for everything to end. Because he can just hear like little like werewolf squeaks every now and then, just like burr, burr, burr. He chills. He curls up a little bit. He starts kind of kneading a branch that he's on to sharpen up his claws.
Perfect. Duke will stand from prone and then fall prone again, thinking the same line of logic. The hero's got this. I'm gonna give myself a minute. And it'll be Book's turn next.
Okay, so am I high enough up that I can get a shot on these werewolves that all seem pretty surrounded at the moment?
Yes. Yes, you are.
Okay. Okay. Well, let's see what we can do with that then. Do I go for big spells or lots of spells? Lots of spells. We'll stick with frostbite on the farther one, the one that's more hurt.
Perfect.
20 on fort.
That hits.
For 7.
Okay.
Does it appear to be taking all that damage?
It does, yes. More effectively than the arrows, for sure.
Okay. And we'll try it again. So that's an 11 on fort. Oh, I still this is the one we have focused on, right?
Yes, correct.
So 13 on fort.
And that hits.
For 9.
All right.
And because I banked one last time, I've got enough for one more.
Nice. You got him.
Yay. I just need one good roll here. Or a perfectly average roll of 8.
Yeah, he is on the ropes, but he's still standing. And that'll be Eve's turn next. With
Yep.
Melazog on deck.
Finish him.
Very good, very good. Okay, yes. So she's going to run toward where she's seen everybody else running away from. And this, as she runs, grab her little kunai to give a swing off on. I want to make sure I'm. Well, let me ask you this. If she were to get like in between them, since it gives her a 15-foot reach, could she swing it and hit both of them on one?
It'd be
hit?
separate attacks each time, but yes, you could stab one and then fling it behind you. You just couldn't attack them both as the same action.
Gotcha. I think that should be. Yeah, that she's got plenty of AP to do that. Okay. So yeah, she's gonna do 2 swings then, ideally 1 and 1.
Perfect.
So there's 1 for 14.
14 will miss.
Oh well, then that
And,
one 11 will miss as
yeah.
well.
Even with the
Oh,
bonus
good.
from focused. Yeah.
Awesome. Now I'm
Yep.
just in between the wolves.
Yeah, I love it. Melzog's turn.
All right, so starting out, I'm gonna use my familiar to use help against the werewolf that's right in front of him. The other wolf is just outside my reach. Then I'm gonna attempt to demoralize that wolf.
You sure do.
I'm still waiting for it to roll on my screen. Okay. So everybody will have +2 against that wolf. And then I'm going to attempt to demoralize the other wolf. Don't have a lot of good wolf insults. So I know normally I'll give out insults, but
You look like my grandma.
Nice,
That's an insult to
nice,
my
nice.
grandma.
The better to bake cookies for you, my dear.
Um, and then I'm gonna blast it with the amethyst wand, the one that I'm focused again, the one that's next to Alan.
Got it. Is that 14?
I'm still waiting for the first roll to
Oh.
show up, to be honest.
It's a 12 on my screen, unmodified.
I've been adding in the +2
Oh, gotcha.
on
Okay.
that roll, so it would just be 12 to hit.
That
with
will
gold.
be a miss, unfortunately.
Okay. I'm gonna end my turn with 2 AP.
All right. The first wolf is going to attack Eve. Thank you for situating yourself there. Love to see it.
It was only a matter of time.
Yeah. So 21 against armor rating.
Yes.
It's going to be 4 sharp and 5 fire.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah. And then it's going to try to bite you. And miss.
Okay. Less rude.
Second one is going to expel a wave of heat as flames, it howls and flames wash out from it. So this is going to target Alan, Warcow, Babe, and Eve against your fortitude. 13 against fortitude.
That does
It will hit the cows. Okay.
Does not.
Does not hit Alan?
You said first fortitude?
Correct.
Yeah, no.
Oh, that's right. That's right. You've got a really high fort. Okay. You are going to take half damage. The cows and Eve take full damage.
Okay.
16 fire.
Ouch.
Ooh.
I'm at 1.
Cows are bloody.
No, I am so glad I moved out of that.
Yeah.
I am going to reduce that. I'm going to reduce that.
Oh,
Cows are medium
Riley
rare.
hopes the cows smell delicious.
Yeah.
Eve's also medium rare.
So I only take 2.
Nice. And now the cows will
that still enough
go.
to
That's
drop
going to
to 0?
be... no one dropped to 0 from that.
Okay.
Yeah, it would have dropped him to 1, but with the reduction, I think that puts him to 5 or something.
A miss. A miss. We've got 6 attacks from the cow stampede. A miss. A hit, that's 1. A miss. And a miss. 1 hit from those cows.
The question is, which cow hit? It's important.
It is important. I think it was Macaroni.
Okay.
Just going down the line. No, it would have been Sparkles. Of course it was Sparkles.
Of course.
Of course it was Sparkles.
I had a feeling.
Yeah. And then the last war cow is going to attack the other werewolf. The one over next to Alan. That'll be a hit with the focused. Double hit with the focused. For 9 total damage. And we're back to the top with Alan.
Alright. Died.
Sorry, I'm having a hard time hearing you.
No, I'm still having it.
Yeah.
Any better?
Yes.
Okay, I don't know what that was, but I had to switch headpieces.
Gotcha.
Okay. So first things first, I'm gonna gain my shield HP back. 4, nice. That one's looking pretty rough. So we'll swing at it. Does a 19 hit? Because I don't think
It does. Yeah, 19 does. You would be flanking. You've got Babe flanking with you.
Oh, sweet. So that would be a dirty 20 then for 12 damage.
Yeah, how do you do it?
Yeah, that's just an overhand swing of that femur. Brings it down like a spade, just right on its head.
Yeah.
That was 2 AP. I'm going to spend 1 to move up here. And I'm assuming we're not all focused on this one either.
You are... It's demoralized and the help action. I think that is focused, right?
No, it's just
not. It's
1
just
It's just 1 AP.
Okay.
Or 1 TA, sorry.
So
Nice.
I will go ahead and... Oh, no, I only get 1 use of that, I believe. What's that based on?
Awareness plus 1 per recoup.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I've got another.
Okay.
Use of that because I upped my awareness. I just forgot to up it on my sheet. So yeah, I'll add focus to that for everybody as well.
Okay.
So help, focused. Is demoralized the TA or is that just TA?
Yeah. Demoralized is TA, and you've also got flanking.
So 4
With
plus
sparkles.
4 total.
Yep.
So it'll be this plus 4. 14.
14. No. For physical damage, that's not going to do it.
Dang it. I don't believe let's see, that was 2 to attack, 1 to move, 1 for battlefield. Yeah, so that's all I got.
All right. So Volk is up next. You started to catch your breath, but with the healing you received from Quentin, do you want to continue catching your breath or jump back in?
I think I'm gonna continue to catch my breath just so I don't get dropped out again.
Sure. Yeah, and there's only one wolf left.
And I tell Quentin, go help the others. Go, they might need some help down there.
Oh, okay. You stay here. Stay safe.
And that brings us to Quentin.
Yeah, we're gonna have Burb fly us out to the others. Let's see. Where exactly do I want to go here? We'll pop an extra AP on top of that and to put Quentin out there.
Perfect.
Yeah. So that leaves us with 4 AP.
And 4 TA.
Let's see. Yeah, we're gonna give a dirty stare to this last one. You gotta stop hurting my friends. It's not very nice. And yeah, we're gonna try and backhand this. Nope.
You front hand it.
I go to hit it, and somehow I end up scratching its fur. Oh, it's a good dog. Oh. And then I think we're gonna hold over the last 2.
Sure. Oscar, what are you up to?
How much AP can we roll over?
At level 7, 5 AP.
Oh, I have 8 AP. That is exactly what I wanted to hear. Great. Okay. So Oscar's going to, he still hears the commotion and he is like, how is this not wrapped up? What's going on? He's going to run over to here. He'll run down towards where he hears the noise. See everything's still happening. Before he does this, he will use Fighting Instinct. So I have +1 TA to the end of my current turn, and I have +5 to my movement speed while I'm using AP.
Nice.
I'm gonna run down here and then run up.
Can I have you make a sanity check?
Yes. Jeez, I'm always closing everything that I don't need to. I want to use a luck point to redo that.
Okay.
That's better. 15.
Okay. Yep, that's all I need to know.
I don't like that you keep doing that. Okay, great. So I'm 20 feet up.
Okay.
And I still have 4 AP. So I'm going to make 2 shots against the werewolf now.
Nice. And you have +4 TA on these.
With my 1, so +5, so 23 total.
I included your elevation bonus.
But I have one for my Fighting Instinct as well.
Oh, you're right. Okay. Nice. Yep, so that hits.
Lovely. For 5 damage. Doing it again.
Yep.
For, let's see, that'd be +5, so 19.
That hits.
Love that. 6 damage.
Okay.
That's Oscar's turn now.
All right. Duke. Duke is going to pop up from prone, move closer so that he can throw his knife on his next turn. And that's it. Hook. I will again say macaroni being in the way is not an issue. You're able to target the wolf as desired. Blair.
Okay. Yeah, there's really only one target, isn't there?
Yeah, there is.
All right. And there's no way I'm getting in close, so I'll just stick up here and continue my volley of cantrips. Let's see, yeah, okay, so we'll start with Frostbite. So that's a 16 before focused and whatever else nonsense is going on down here.
That will hit.
For 6.
Okay.
And I've got the points to spend at the moment. I'll try popping a Grave Whisper and seeing if that might be more effective.
Okay.
So that is a 14 plus whatever's.
Plus nonsense, that will
Grave
hit.
Whisper is also against Fort.
Yep. That does hit. Nice.
For 13. And pass turn.
All right. That's going to be Eve next.
Eve, please, I
Not
have
well.
faith in you. You got this. Enjoy an extra
Not
AP.
well. Thanks. She's just gonna
Why is the last
start
one so
hacking at it
hard?
with her scimitar.
Oh,
Damn it. Damn it.
She's doing a sword dance instead.
Right.
Oh, maybe.
That one hits.
A little better. Okay. Okay. No, that was the wrong thing. That was the wrong
Yeah,
thing.
that's the kunai. There you go.
There we go. That's what we
Nice.
wanted to see anyway. Beautiful. All right.
Nice.
So Melisol gave her one more. So one more. It doesn't hit it, does it?
That with all the bonuses, that one does hit.
Oh, that does? Oh, okay, cool.
Mhm.
The last 14 or whatever damage says. Okay. Just die. Just die.
No.
Already.
And it's Melisog's
Come
turn.
on, please.
All right. So starting out, I'm going to help with my familiar,
Mhm.
and then gonna attempt to demoralize it.
Okay. It remains demoralized.
Okay. I'm gonna keep blasting it with my wand.
That's gonna miss.
And one more.
Let's
That
go.
hits. That hits.
I still don't even know what my rolls were.
11 and a 21.
Okay.
Before, oh no, you factored that in, so yeah, that's what the rolls were. Yeah, you blast him. He shatters into 1,000 icy bits. Just before, since he would have gone next, and he hadn't used his heat burst yet.
I knew it.
That was what I was concerned about.
It was so close, so close. Nicely done,
I
everyone.
am so glad I decided to stay out of that fight.
Yeah.
Just in case.
All right, the pack of wolves has been dispatched. The fog and mist continues to swirl about you. The cliffs are high on either side, and the canyon beckons for you to continue forward. We'll deal with any recouping and anything else after our break. So everyone will be back in, we'll call it 15 minutes. So at 9:20 Eastern time. See y'all soon.
Okay.
Everyone is an entirely different position now. Give me just a moment. 'Cause I don't like that.
You've done it to yourself.
Oh, come on.
Pardon me.
It's not working.
It's like you're just jumbling it up. You're making it worse.
This feels like one of those
Got
memory
it.
games.
Right.
When you're a kid and you got to remember the order people are in.
All right, welcome back, everyone. Let's jump back in to MythCraft Legends. We're picking up right after you all slayed the pack of wolves. Slew. Defeated the pack of wolves. And at this point, you can recoup if that's in order.
I wouldn't turn down a short break myself.
I think.
And a
most-
recoup does what
well,
for our health?
A few of us probably need that.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
in review, a recoup is if you're bloodied, you can regain 25% of your health, but regaining health in this way can't remove the bloodied condition, so you stop at half your health. And then whatever abilities and such that you have that regain, or that refresh on a recoup, get to do that.
How noticeable is somebody being afflicted with lycanthropy?
It's far more noticeable after the first transformation.
Okay. Fair.
So if someone wants to be that guy from every zombie movie who hides the fact they've been bitten, they could do that.
They could do that.
Don't do that. Don't be that guy.
How's everybody doing? That was a bit of a tussle.
Ow. Ow.
I'm a little hurting still, too, even after the recoup.
I've been worse, but I've been a whole lot better.
Basically.
Why don't I take watch while you all patch yourselves up? Oscar can help. You're still in good condition, right, Oscar?
He just licks his paws and cleans himself a little bit. Gives you an affirmative look over.
Can I have a quick sanity roll from Oscar?
Yes. Why do I never have this ready when I need to? I also realized I was rolling +2 instead of +3 earlier. Not that it matters. Okay, well that's a 10. No more luck points either, so it's 10.
No more luck points. You did get a 10 though, so that's all I need to know.
You feel scared yet?
With Nathan, usually.
Yeah. We all do.
Well, you're all able to recoup successfully with Oscar and Book keeping watch. Yeah, you're free to proceed deeper into the mist.
Well, during our recoup, Quentin's going to go around, especially to all the ones that are more rugged and rough looking, and give them a bit extra love. So I could pick 5 people with Prayer of Healing. So I guess it'll be Eve, Alan, Volk, Duke, and the worst off Cal.
Okay.
And let's see, it's a 3d10 they get back.
We get how much?
Hold on, let me roll it.
Big old chunk.
I like
Yeah,
being in the
ooh.
category with the worst off cow.
So, yeah. 15 life back.
Nice.
Oh, bless you. That's exactly what I needed.
There. You looked a little...
I'll back to full after the recoup.
Yeah.
That really
Thank you.
Me too.
so
I'm
much.
ready to go.
Oh, I feel so much better.
Good.
I'm not full, but that was a huge jump.
got to stay safe. All right, we better be cautious as we proceed.
On the subject of proceeding, before we move on, do we want to see if there's perhaps a source of this fog bank that we can get rid of? Or are we going to assume that it'll be dealt with once we've enacted murder on some witches?
Or maybe if we combine together and huff and blow all at once? Oh.
Little tendrils of fog dance in front of Quentin's face.
It didn't work.
Just keep doing that. Just keep going.
By werewolves?
Sorry, I missed that. I missed your question or comment, Blair.
Isn't that insensitive around people who've just been bitten by werewolves?
Oh.
It's Huff and his Puff thing.
Sorry.
Hey, you can't believe that stereotype you heard. You know, I had a cousin who was pretty good at huffing and puffing, but mostly on those fancy herbs and whatnot.
Those fancy herbs and spices.
I wasn't meaning any insult, no.
It's all right. Well, it's not my position to say. I think it's probably okay.
Shall we continue?
Yeah, we probably should continue on.
All right.
All right. You continue through the trench, through the canyon. You press your way through the fog. And after a time, we'll say 20 minutes, making your way through this terrain, you come to an area where the chasm walls on either side of you sweep in abruptly, and you see a massive cave opening before you.
Huh.
Can you give me a little bit of time? I do not like going into caves, shall we say, unprepared. Though there is a chance that this will backfire. You all are okay with it? I'm going to give myself the best of dark vision.
You gonna blind yourself again there, bud?
It is not my intention to blind myself, though it is a possibility. If you all are okay with taking...
I don't know what I'm supposed to be agreeing to here.
Do what you gotta do there.
Just sitting tight, I think, twiddling the thumbs.
Yeah, that I can handle that. This is ominous at best.
I can't really twiddle my thumbs anymore.
I'm not on a very good roll. I'm sorry.
It's okay, Quentin. We understood.
Hey.
It's a waste,
Nice.
but okay. It just needed to not be 5 or lower.
Right.
Okay. After a half hour, I would have double sight.
Perfect. And that's dark vision of how many feet?
So it will be dark vision, which will out to 30 feet. I can see in magical darkness. And I have some other fun things.
We love other fun things.
Yeah.
Okay.
If it's still foggy, I will spend 1 AP and just ignore fog out to 30 feet.
Gotcha. All right. So as you all enter the cave, a feeling of solemn dread presses down upon all of you. And what that means mechanically is I'm going to need each of you to go ahead and resolve your fear in excess of your fear threshold.
Oof.
Oh,
That's 2 points for me because I have a 0 sanity.
Nice. So from that past combat, you should all be at 3 fear, so you'll need to take psyche talents to offset that.
And how do we determine the fear threshold again? It's been a little while.
Sure, fear threshold is going to be 1 plus your... it's either plus your sanity or plus half your sanity. I actually don't remember.
It is plus half your sanity.
Thank you.
Well,
Yep. So if
plus
you're...
1 for every 2 points of sanity.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Sorry.
I'm actually okay.
Nice. Great. And if you need any of them quickly, I have... not all of them, but I have a lot of the psyche talents built out in... if you go to the little, like, briefcase tab items, then you'll be able to just drag and drop them.
As long as I don't get one more, I'll be fine.
Perfect. So what psyche talents does everyone have right now? For no reason at all.
Currently, Melizog, because we were able to resolve all of our psyche talents over the 2 weeks of staying in Chasm Claw, I have sir, yo, I always suck at saying this word. So I'm just going to type it out and let someone else say it for me.
Sure. While you're looking it up, what psyche talents does Alan have?
I don't believe he has any currently because they all got resolved. That
Fun.
he would have had while we were in the town.
Okay.
I did have intrusive thoughts, but that has long since been resolved.
Yeah, you took care of that. All right. How about Quentin?
I am looking to see which one he's going to have to take because he does have one that he's got to resolve.
Gotcha. Okay. Obsequious.
Okay.
For Melizog.
That is the one I'm taking. What it does? You want me to say what it does?
Sure.
When attacking humanoids with a higher charisma than myself, it will cost me an additional +1 AP. The first time on each of my turns, that I attack a humanoid with a lower charisma than me, I have +1 TA.
Perfect. Okay.
It is one of the two that I tend to go back to because it's when it's damaging, but I am a charisma build, so
right.
I tend to benefit from it more.
Perfect. And let's see, books. You said you were good, but Volk, do you have any, or will you need to take any?
I have to take one right now. I'm looking at it.
Okay. And lastly, Eve and Oscar, same question.
I took Cautious 1 and 2.
Perfect.
Eve is good at the moment.
Nice.
I believe I will be taking Cautious 1 for Quentin.
Okay.
And Alan will be taking Abusive and Resolute.
Beautiful. All right, so I will continue the narration, but Volk or Luke, when you figure out what you would like for Volk to take, just pop it in chat and I'll take note of it.
All right.
All right, so as you all, your fear is resolved as you all head into the cave. Those of you without dark vision, would anyone light a torch, or are you just going to rely on familiars, cattle, your friends with dark vision, to lead the way forward?
I mean, we're already loud and obnoxious and intrusive. We're not coming in here without being noticed. So
Sure.
yeah, Quentin's going to pull little tiny baubles of light from his head and cast twinkling lights that'll kind of follow us around.
Perfect. All right, yeah, and you can reposition those to illuminate different areas as you're going. So vision will not be an issue unless we get into magical darkness, in which case it won't be an issue for Melisog, and may or may not, depending on magic interaction for other people. So as you're proceeding into this cave, you find that the floor itself is rocky and uneven, as is typical of caves, but it's not particularly treacherous. It's fairly easy walking. You ascend a little bit, you descend quite a bit, getting deeper and deeper underground, but gradually. There aren't any sheer drops that you're coming across. And after a time, you enter into this cavern. You feel more than see just an expanse before you. You know that the caves have, or that the chambers have opened up. You hear the gentle running of water, or flowing of water, I should say. Fairly slow, but audible nonetheless. And you would see some bioluminescent mushrooms, and perhaps some kind of magical illumination as well that's not coming from Quentin, but looks like those same lights. You can't quite tell if it's a creature or some other magical effect here. Doesn't look quite as solid or notable as the wisps that you found a couple nights ago. They look a bit smaller and more ethereal than that.
A quick question. Do the mushrooms look like something that could be useful? Like could be incorporated into potions or some such? Or even
go ahead and give me an intellect check, and if you have nature or alchemy, I'll accept either of those.
I do have alchemy.
Give you a nature roll.
Perfect. I'll take alchemy from Book and nature from Alan.
$26 for Alan.
Okay. And it looks like 16 from Book.
Yes.
Can Quentin try and discern if they're edible? I know these others are like, how useful are these? Quentin's like, I wonder what this tastes like in the tummy.
Quentin has the cooking skill, right?
Yes.
Yeah, you can make a cooking roll if you want to.
Okay. $23.
Nice. So, Book, you're pretty confident that these could be used to make healing potions of like the very light variety, nothing super intense. I'm gonna quickly remind myself. I think just healing vial, herbal potion, and healing vial are the two that you could make with these.
I'll pluck some and I'll pass them around, and it says like, if you can gather any of these, when we're back in town, I can make something useful out of them.
If he was saying that, could I, instead of a nature roll, have been a scavenging check? It would be the same bonus.
Sure. So you're just collecting them, gathering them up.
Yeah. Or it would have been a 25 instead of a 26.
Okay. Yeah. So Alan is able to gather a lot of these, and Quentin, you would know you could also mince them and use them in stew or soup or some other contraption. They'd be very tasty, but cooked in that way without the proper treatment, they wouldn't have any medicinal benefit.
Right. Quinta doesn't want to take too much from what they're doing because that sounds important, but he is going to pocket the one he was looking at.
Perfect. Now, as you move deeper into this cavern, you eventually get to a point where you see the water that you heard earlier, and it appears that there's steam coming up from it, perhaps from like hydrothermal vents of some sort under the water. There's a strong rotten egg sulfurous smell, and there is a what appears to be a humanoid of some kind, cloaked, robed. You can't see their features. They are stooping on the far bank of the stream and appear to be washing their hands.
How wide is the stream?
Stream is about 20 feet wide. Doesn't look to be more than 2 feet deep.
Hello there.
Greetings, greetings.
Howdy.
How are you doing on this day? It seems like we may have imposed a bit on your home while we were seeking shelter.
Well, you know what they say, mi casa es su casa.
Oh, that's a very nice saying. Yeah, sorry. I'm Quentin, and these are my friends, the good people. We're good folk. Yes, you have nothing to worry about.
Yeah, and the figure will stand. She clearly has a feminine figure, and she lowers her hood, revealing that her face is just made out of a corporeal mist. Her eyes are just bright white. Her skin, little tendrils of mist occasionally wisp out. Her hair seems to completely defy gravity, just swaying a little bit.
Oh wow, that's something to behold right there.
We look and we don't judge.
This is just like saying somebody's pretty. This is very nice. I like it.
Oh no, I'm trying to do my best not to judge myself.
Oh.
This almost seems like a creature of some kind, by the description. Would Melazog be able to make that connection? And would he have come across it?
You can give me an intellect check.
Okay. The way we've been doing it with this has been history. Are you still okay with that?
That is fine.
Completely average roll of 22.
Uh-huh. Completely average.
It was a 10, so it was a completely average roll. It's the bonus that I spent a lot of time reading the books.
This particular creature would be unfamiliar to you, even with such a roll. You would know, piecing together that you're in the domain of the Tarot Coven, that this is likely a creature originally from Shadowcroft.
Oh, would religion Shadowcroft help? I'm not particularly good at it, but
Go ahead and make a roll, and I'll see if that adds anything to this.
So 19.
Not to the identification of the creature or its capacity, but in the conversation, I will note a couple things that you'd already be familiar with if they come up. I mean, especially given your knowledge, Blair, of Veil of the Eternal Night, you know more or less what, like as a person, you know Shadowcroft and some of the major players, so that same base of knowledge would be applicable here.
Also, I don't think it came up before, but Book's family is from Batal. So
Gotcha.
we know a little bit about horrible things.
Yes. Yes. Have you all ventured forth into my abode to speak with me?
At the moment, that seems like a very prudent decision for us to conversate with you, yes.
Well, delightful. It's been so very long since I've had guests. Sit, please. Wash your hands in the water if you wish. And I will tell you a story.
Oh, I really like stories. Yes, yes. Quentin's just quick as heck sitting down. He looks eager and excited, and there's like his eyes are starry-eyed, and he's just gazing over.
I'm just
It'd be rude not to wash my hands in front of you, so I'm going to go ahead and stick my hands in the water.
No, don't. Oh, God.
The water is pleasantly warm.
Oh, yeah, that's pretty nice.
It is?
Let me tell you the story of Morgana. Morgana was born into a family of nobles, not kings, not queens, but nobles, in the faraway land of Avalon. Her family, having been devoured by wyverns, left her completely and utterly alone. How she survived the wyverns no one knows, but there was greatness in her. She traveled to the court of the king. She rose in the ranks and became a prominent advisor. As I'll continue the story in a moment, but as she is as she's progressing through this tale, is there anything specific that any of you are doing, or are you just taking it in?
I am writing it down.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll just listen.
Yeah, I'm just listening.
I'm listening, but I'm also actively listening just in case there's other things moving in the cave.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah, I don't think Eve would have sat. She would have probably kind of like stood toward the back respectfully and just, just listening, but definitely.
Okay.
Yeah, Oscar would try to find like a small thing he can situate himself in. Not like sitting on top of anything, but if there's like a little like enclave or something he can go into and just kind of squeeze into, he'll do that.
Perfect.
Quentin is completely and wholly raptured, but I'm also going to, if you allow, burn 2 spell points to cast Light and Shadow as his imagination is starting to like play on the water and things that she's telling up to 1 minute. He's kind of like as he's hearing it, it's his interpretation of her story playing out on the water.
Yeah, she sees that and really leans into it. Like she loves the illustrations of everything that you're creating. It's like a cut scene in a cartoon where it changes to kind of the hand drawn. Yeah, that's really cool. Great visual. Let's see, where were we? And Morgana rose in the ranks at the court of Camelot, was tutored by a powerful wizard named Merlin, but eventually she was separated from the powers of this court. She withdrew from the court as she disagreed with the direction that the king took it. She exiled herself, or perhaps was exiled. This point is lost to history. And she studied. She developed her own understanding of magic, and in fact created, or perhaps articulated for the first time, a system of divining the future through cards. The saying, "Is it in the cards?" This epitomizes the power of Morgana. For she developed a powerful sway over tarot. She became the mistress of tarot. And at the word mistress, this person's form seems to fade for just a minute, becomes a little bit more ethereal, and then comes back together. Her abilities, her power over the future, was greatly sought after, and she felt deeply responsible for having such power. She did not wish to create self-fulfilling prophecies by speaking doom and then having kings go to war over this doom or trying to prevent it, so she kept her power to herself. Until other oracles and tarot readers figured out how to tap into her power, how to achieve a sliver of that of which she is capable. And these individuals such as the curators of this region, see into the future and seek to steer the future into one of prosperity for all. Now, the last people who came through this cave did so in an effort to vanquish this coven. Didn't end up particularly well for them, and she'll gesture to a pile of humanoid bones behind an outcropping nearby. But it does not need to go this way with you all. You see, the coven simply wishes the best for everyone, and being able to see into the future, they can indeed achieve that.
But sorry there was more to that story. I don't wanna break you off from that.
I can spin stories for days and days. I can come up with more stories if you wish to simply listen, if that is the extent of your journey into these cavernous depths.
I really do like stories. I could be here for a lifetime listening to stories. Yes. But
well, let me tell you of the fall of the House of Luxor.
Oh wait. Hold on. Before we get into another thing, we are here to see about dealing with the tarot coven. Yes, you are not wrong. But if you are not here, if your aims and schemes are not to harm people and bring ruin to others and destroy things, then maybe this doesn't have to be a bad thing for anybody.
But some need to be harmed, some need to be destroyed for the betterment of all.
Right. Unfortunately, I have recently, very, very recently, learned this myself. Yes. But what do you mean? Like, you're not talking about innocent people, are you?
Let me tell you another story. One of It's known as the problem of the cart. You see, if there is a mine cart on a track, and you have a lever that can change the track that this mine cart is on, and this cart is barreling towards 5 innocent people, but you can pull the lever to spare these people, you would pull you would pull the lever in a heartbeat, would you not?
Oh, yes, of course, yes.
Now suppose it goes onto another track that hits one innocent person, and you know it will hit this one innocent person. You would still pull the lever, of course, right? To save the 5 who are also innocent?
Can I lay in front of the cart and stop it myself?
She pauses for as long as I have. I've never heard that end of the story. It seems that that would still result in the death of an innocent person, yes?
Yes.
But what if one derails the minecart so it doesn't hit any innocent people?
Well, if it rolls over, if one of you lies down on the tracks and it derails the cart, it would be at the cost of your own life.
I didn't say I was going to lie down in front. I was saying we could
But
derail
it's a decision
somehow.
that we made.
I can choose to sacrifice myself. I can't choose to sacrifice somebody else.
Am I the only one wondering why all these innocent people are on the tracks?
No,
Simply
I am
the
also
story.
wondering that.
Simply the story. Suppose in this story your foot is shackled in a fetter and you are unable to move to the track. You can only pull the lever or not.
I think you're creating new stipulations just to hinder our ability to make decisions.
Well, what she's trying to do is make a finite decisions, because there are those of us with multiple abilities that could possibly do things outside of the scenarios she's given.
I'm sure that any of you could find many ways to stop a minecart. You seem like very capable adventurers.
But I'm sure it's kind of like the saying of when you flip a coin, it's either going to be heads or tails. So one way or the other, you got to take one of the decisions. But what if you flip that coin 1,000 times and it finally lands on edge?
It sounds like you're trying to justify actions that you make with this one simple morality test by asking us would we sacrifice 1 or 5, but I think it's pretty clear that in any situation the choice is bigger than that. So I think you're just trying to take the easy way out, saying we just sacrificed this 1 to save 5, but I think there's other choices than that, and you're just justifying the easy way out.
And this is where short-sighted folk who live in the present, this is why those folk should defer to those who can see into the future.
Or was Morgana right to worry about this power falling into the hands of others who can't handle it properly because speaking too much doom and gloom into the world and whatnot, as you were saying?
Morgana eventually drove herself insane. Her own particular story is not one to emulate.
Yet, it seems that you all are attempting to.
We're attempting to perfect what she stood for.
I think the real lesson that we should be taking from this parable is do not attempt to reach for knowledge that should only be held by the gods.
I hear your story, and I find a few, if not many, problems with it. You say that Morgana did not want to make self-fulfilling prophecies by not giving the people around her a choice, therefore giving herself the ultimate choice.
Yes, as she had ultimate knowledge.
And yet, and again, driving into some of those, that time that I spent in the library, I would have information on some of the faults of Morgana that were not necessarily in the story, would I not?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you'd have the meta knowledge from Harker's Guide to Vampire Hunting.
Right. But, and yet, even you said she made mistakes. What if the very first thing she did was the mistake that you all are repeating?
Well, none of us have lost all of our parents to devastating wyvern attacks, which was the first thing that she did.
That wasn't a mistake she made.
That was something that was done to her, which is unfortunate, but sadly, wyvern attacks do happen.
The first thing that she did was seek out a city to find protection and people.
I think we're all talking in circles.
I think some people are being pedantic.
I agree, my gigantic friend.
And what I am saying is her thought to keep it all to herself was going to be a problem. Learning the knowledge.
It seems that we are talking in circles. As your friend said, knowledge can be both a blessing and a curse. As an example of this, I will show you a small sliver of the power of the Coven and leave you to make your own uninformed decisions. And she snaps her fingers. A gust of steam from the stream wafts up in front of her, and she seems to dissolve into it, disappearing. As she does so, you feel this dramatic wave of just pure mental force wash over you all. You all level up, which we will do at in between notes. Like there's we've got less than an hour left. There's not going to be another combat in this particular session, but just note, level up has occurred. However, she randomly redistributes. She randomly redistributes all of your psyche talents.
Oh. No, that's not nice.
So the order I'm gonna go. I'm gonna roll for each psyche talent that each of you have, and I'm gonna roll 1d7, and just go starting with Corey and go down to Luke in the order that you all appear on the screen. This is for obsequious.
I don't know if you saw my note I had earlier. I did my fear threshold wrong, so I just had cautious 1.
Yep, got it.
Perfect.
All right, Volk is obsequious, and I'll post these in chat in a second so that you all have access to them.
All right.
Next is for abusive. Volk.
I'm just getting all the luck today.
Next is for resolute.
By the way, I like that combination of obsequious and abusive. Fuck you, sir.
Yes. Book is gonna get resolute. Next is gonna be rapturous. Oops, let me re-roll that. That's 1d78. Rapturous is gonna go to Eve. Eve is rapturous. Cautious 1 is gonna go to Book. And lastly,
That's
cautious
not
1
out of
again.
character.
Yeah. two of you took cautious, so cautious is going to go to Alan. Melizog now has no psyche talents. Quentin has no psyche talents.
Volk
And,
got two again.
Volk has 2 again, and Oscar has none now.
What does that do with our fear? Does that take us back up, or are we just where we had it at?
You're just still where you're at. So fear itself doesn't change, just the distribution of psyche talents has changed. From here, you can proceed. The luminescent mushrooms and lights in the chamber reveal that there are 3 exits plus the entrance that you came in. So you can essentially head back west if you want to get out of here. You can head north, south, or east if you want to explore the cave more deeply.
We weren't going to attack. I was going to offer them to work under us. Well, under me, that way we could get other people off of their back. I don't understand what all that was about.
I believe the correct term is Shadowcroft BS.
Is it now?
Oh, I
Write that down in the book.
I was waiting to see a glimpse of the future, Sinai. We're still in the now. I'm confused.
Is there anything like on the other side of this stream where she was at one point, or?
So on her side of the stream, there's just the rocky, pebbly shore. There's the humanoid bones tucked behind the rocks. And then a little bit north of that, that would be the northern passage out of the chamber that you're in.
Now, do we want to do a Bridge Brigade special and just start exploring and then running away when it gets a little too dangerous? Or what are you all thinking?
I feel like we weren't quite done talking. We just stumbled, and it was getting a little frustrating. And maybe she needed some time to catch her breath or something. We should go find her and finish our talk. I think she's just confused, and the sights of futures is making her more mind floppy. And maybe we could help her not be another Morganas.
I think she was trying to actively corrupt us.
Oh.
What is? Never mind. Well,
She was using reasonable sounding arguments in attempt to get us to let them continue doing their manipulation of the world as they see fit.
while I agree that's what they were. While I agree that's what she was probably trying to do, we don't necessarily want to just kill everyone here. That's the path of genocide. No, I was offering them to work for us.
I think she was coming from a place of earnestness. Like this is what she believes is. Yes, you might be wrong, and maybe we could help her see the the wrongness. Yes, that.
The worst villains always come from a place of earnestness.
Yeah, absolutely. That's why, we could become the guiding hand to guide them back on the proper path.
That is why I found Zane so compelling. He seemed to be coming from a place of earnestness.
Melazog just slowly turns his head to look at Duke.
What? He earnestly wanted to take over
everyone
because he thought that the Dark Lord would be better for the world than all of the bickering factions.
And while that is a single power rule done by anyone with the name of Dark Lord is bad.
I mean, I've obviously learned better now, but it was compelling.
And I think that's the problem here. I think they've compelled themselves into this, and maybe, just maybe, we could help them see the better light.
Yes,
So
that working for me, I mean us, is much better than just doing their own thing and harming other people.
But the thing is, it wasn't the road to heaven that was paved in good intentions.
Are you saying that about what we're trying or about what they're trying? Because I think that's more true of them.
Yeah, mostly on those cultists that, they got these great intentions that they want to make the world better by sacrificing a few people. It wasn't the road to heaven that was paved in good intentions, though.
Yeah. I think Zane used that same metaphor with the minecart, actually, when he was convincing me.
Oh, so it's like it's a pitch. It's a pitch. We got a pitch. Oh.
Yeah, from my understanding,
all good cult
mostly
leaders are
just
first-year philosophy students.
Yeah, they're mostly just about justifying what they do above all else. It doesn't really matter what the laws and what's good and right and all of that, because they're going to tell you what's good and right by their own dogma.
Well, let's go find them and finish our conversation. And if it goes bad, it goes bad. But let's at least see if we could help them see the bad they're doing and show them the right way.
Either they'll see the light or they'll see a light.
Oh, they'll definitely see a light of some sort.
Perfect.
While we're talking about seeing a light, Volk, let me see your sword for a moment.
I hand him the sword.
I'm now actively buffing the sword because the buffs last for 2 hours. But that includes enchant weapon and inscription of sharpening.
Nice.
Big boy damage now.
Mhm.
With extra damage when I imbue force it.
Yeah. Damage on damage on damage. That's what, a D8 plus a D4 plus a D6.
Yep.
That's a lot of damage.
Kind of wish
What's
I had
his strength?
my fullest strength potion.
Alan, if you make a note not to run off if combat does start again, Alan, Quentin, Volk, please do not run off on me. Give me like 10 seconds to do some things to help you all a little bit.
And don't forget
I'll
about
do
Duke.
my best.
And don't forget about Duke.
Oh yeah, I leveled up now, guys.
Yeah. This is what being a hero is about. Yes.
Yes, talking first, only attacking when things are not going to turn around, and working with your team, as it were.
I think I'm going to be a zealot.
That is a deeply uncomfortable phrase to hear coming out of you.
I can see it. I just really hope you pick the right kind of zealot.
Just be good in whatever you're passionate about. Yes.
Hey, I'd a lot rather hear he's a zealot than a vessel. So that's seems like a step in the right direction.
He could be a zealot to the Dark Lord, though.
What is wrong with being a zealot, or a vessel, Alan?
For you, nothing. For a former cult member, I find it a little concerning.
Oh, okay.
So
I
is
guess
there an easy way across this water, or is it just like?
It's not. It's pretty easy to see where the like boiling parts are from the vents. So like, the rest of the stream is warm, but not. You're not going to take damage from walking through it, and it's at its deepest. It's maybe 3 feet deep.
Yeah.
Completely
so 3
free
feet
of
is a problem
undead
for me.
crocodiles.
+2 strength, and I could clear it in one jump.
3 feet may be a problem for Book, but with Quentin, Volk, probably Alan as well. Not to mention all the cows. I think
There's a
I think
couple
you can
empty
ford the
cows.
river. Yeah, I'm not trying to turn this into Oregon
Yeah.
Trail.
Oh no, I
But it
got
could.
dysentery.
Because remember, sometimes when you ford the river, you still lose some people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's always worked for us in the past. Should we take the lefted way?
Sorry, what was that, Quentin? You're choosing a direction to go, or
Yeah, you said there's 3 pathways to go.
plus the one you came from. I mean, if you're on the retreat, but it doesn't sound like that.
Right. Yeah. No. Quentin's like pointing at the 3 pathways ahead of us.
Yeah. Yep. North, south, or east. North being across the stream.
Oh, are the other ones on our side?
Yes.
How many are on the other side of the stream?
Just one. Just north.
Oh, and she was on that side.
She was.
Did we want to check these other ways first, or go the way she seemed to be?
Since I got the suspicious feeling, if we walk into that one, we're probably going to run into more of those tarot cultists. I think we should check the other ones first.
Oh, okay.
I honestly believe we're gonna run into people no matter which direction we go. However,
It is made of mist after all. I mean that doesn't bode well for us, what with, it's mist.
right. So I would recommend me and Alan sending the Bug and Blue down a direction to see what we can see.
Oh, okay. Smart.
You agree with me, Alan?
Yeah, that works for me.
Shall we start with the east? Just work our way clockwise then. Wait, I think I'm saying that right.
Yeah,
think I'm
east
saying
and
that.
south would be clockwise. So if you send them down the path to the east, Blue and the Bug each would see narrower cavern tunnels. The original one that you went into was very grand. This one is a little bit smaller. It's like maybe 8-foot ceilings, not 20-foot ceilings. And after they've walked for a couple minutes, made it a couple 100 feet in, they come to a much smaller chamber that is perhaps 40 feet across. Rough stalagmites coming up from the edges, stalactites in the ceiling. A couple of them have formed full columns. And there's another 3-way fork in the road. They could go north, east, or south from here.
Melazog can't give telepathic commands to them, so it would have to be Alan telling Blue what way to go.
Yeah. So the direction options were which?
The same as previous, just now you're deeper in, so you could branch off north, keep going east, or branch down south.
Okay. We're gonna just leave this to fate. So 1 for north, 2 for east, 3 for south. Going north.
All right. Blue and the bug would head north for a couple minutes, a few hundred feet, and eventually they would come to a chamber that is perhaps 40 feet across. There's some rough stalagmites around the edges, some stalactites coming down from the ceiling. A few of them form complete columns. And they would see branching pathways going west, north, or east.
As I'm just going back and forth from the site for Blue and Alan, I would, in between one of those flashes, we got another turn here. What's everybody think? Which way should we go? And he would state the options.
Melozog is actively drawing like a hand sketch of what all of the breaks and what they can see are.
Mm-hmm.
If it were me, I would probably just pick a wall and stick with it. If you know what I mean.
All right. So, sounds like it would be west then?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Blue and the bug would walk for a couple minutes down this tunnel. They would come to a chamber that is perhaps 40 feet across. It's got some rough stalagmites around the edges, some stalactites in the ceiling, a few of which have come all the way down and formed columns. And they would see options to branch off to the south, continue west, or go up to the north.
If we're holding a wall, we want to go south, I believe.
South it is.
Sure. The
I have a question.
yes.
Question is, you were using some very specific language in describing these rooms. Are they actually all just identical rooms that we're going through?
Blue and the bug have noticed no discrepancy among any of the rooms. They appear to be carbon copies of one another.
Yeah.
They have also noted no change in elevation. So as they head south for a little while, they eventually come to a chamber where they can continue going south or branch off to the east or west.
Okay. Following the same wall.
East
Actually,
it
I'm
is. Oh, go ahead.
Yep. Following the same wall would be east.
Mm-hmm. They would continue down a trail for a while. The walls are about 8 feet tall. After a couple minutes, they come to a chamber that is perhaps 40 feet across. Some rough stalagmites around the edges. East, north, or south.
It would be south following the same wall this time.
South would be a deviation in the water following.
It would.
No,
be.
it would be north.
Yeah, if you're doing left turns each time.
Can I have
Also, I would
Blue
know.
make some kind of marking?
Just like scratch one of the stalagmites or something.
Yeah.
Sure.
Percent mark.
I just thought about this. I would know the distance. We would know the distance between ourselves and our familiars.
Yeah.
In the last room, did it feel like they were closer or further away than the room before that?
It felt like they were further away, but between rooms, it feels like they've been yo-yoing a little bit, getting further away, getting closer, getting further away, getting closer.
Okay. Well, we will head north since we're following the same wall.
And the pattern seems to repeat. They appear to be a little bit closer at this point, but they come to a similar chamber with 4 branching paths, or 3 branching paths plus the one they've come from.
Any chance that marking is still there?
The marking is not there.
Following the path, we would go east.
Oh,
Yep.
wait. Hold up. Hold up. What happened? Can you go back?
How far back you want us to go?
Just to the previous room.
All right. You tell Blue to go back. The
Yep.
bug is just following.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do it.
After a couple minutes, all of you would see Blue and the bug emerge from the eastern path.
Like completely came out of the cave.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Oh, that's so weird. My head hurts. Didn't you say they was going for a while?
Yes.
All right. I wonder. Let's try this. Let's send one in one way and one the other way.
Talking
Alright.
about going down one of these other areas.
I'll send Bug down the north hallway.
Well,
He can
so
fly.
we didn't go. Once we got to the first room or the second room, or wait, no, the big.
So, big room is where you are currently.
Okay. So you're gonna send it north. I'll send Blue down south.
All right. Now, amazingly, it's exactly the same experience. You're both seeing more or less the same room. Some stalagmites, some stalactites, some columns. Branching
I would
pathways.
specifically go forward 3 rooms. And
Okay.
then, like, straight 3 rooms. And then back 1. Does that bring Bug back?
It does.
Quentin's gonna get up and just start pacing the river. Where does it come from and where does it go?
That night, Joe.
Cotton Eye Joe.
That's what I was thinking, too.
I think all of us were.
Yeah. I was like, how do I make a pun out of that?
Program.
It is seeping up from the ground. There's those vents. There's water that appears to be just emerging from that as well.
Okay. So it pretty much it enters from underground, leaves from underground, kind of thing.
Yeah, evaporates.
Okay.
All right. Do any of you have any particular? Obviously, Melozog is talking and explaining everything as it happens.
Yeah.
I have some thoughts. They're not really based on anything, though. They're just sort of impressions, but sometimes that's just how the Shadowcroft is. I would be interested in what would happen if someone were to try and walk this blindfolded. This might actually just be a variation of illusions. And maybe they don't affect us if we can't see them.
Not to sound insensitive, but you can see without using your eyes, correct?
No.
Oh, my apologies. I thought that was
That takes a lot of work. I am eventually, maybe one day, but I I focused on some other things in my life.
I now feel like an ass, so my apologies.
No, it's fine. It's perfectly fine. It's I promise you, I'd been kind of wishing that I had since we got in here, but
Well, I'll be honest. I had Blue make a mark in one of the rooms, and I mean, it definitely came out into a different room. So I don't believe it's just getting turned around by an illusion. I think it's some kind of endless hallway
Repopulating
kind
a
of
room,
magic repopulating thing.
which you would think then that to be successful, it would take a certain combination going a certain set of ways, right?
Is this what she meant by showing us the future? That the future is confusing and hard to make sense of. What if we reverse that and go backwards? That's how you go back in time, right?
wait, what?
Yes. Yes. So we just walk backwards, right? Yes.
Well,
Does that work?
let me try something.
I was, I cannot make the bug fly backwards. He kind of, just.
Are you saying
forward.
physically walk backwards, or are you saying retrace? Okay.
So let me ask you this. So if I understand the path we went completely here, we went east, then north, then west, then south, then east, and then we came back into the cavern and we went north again?
As I understood it, it was east, north, west, south, east, north, and
So
then you reversed and
backtrack.
reappeared.
So it was left every single time until you came back the way you came one time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Then I'm gonna send Blue. We're just gonna go east.
Okay. It's rooms, the same room,
Same
over and
room?
over. Yep.
All right. What about south? Same.
East, east, south.
Yeah.
Same room.
Okay, then I will go directly back north.
Blue reappears in the chamber.
Quentin's gonna just huff and pick one of the ways. I guess the way they first went down, and keep an eye on the others and walk backwards down that pathing.
Just walking backwards east.
Yeah.
Okay. After a few minutes, you come to that exact same room that I've described. The stalagmites, stalactites, columns.
Can he still? Is it so far and winding that he loses sight of the others?
There's just enough of a faint wiggle in the... Yeah, you're not able to see back to the...
Hey, Quentin, can you hear me?
You can hear one another.
Yeah. Yes.
Quentin's gonna just walk backwards, continue the way he was going, walking backwards.
2 to the east. Yeah, same room.
Oh.
Does anything look
Quentin,
different?
can you try breaking something while you're in there?
It's just a bunch of rocks.
He's gonna see if he can mess up one of the stalagmites, like grab it and just shake it.
You can do so.
Oh.
And he's going to continue to walk backwards.
Okay. That's 3 to the east, and it's the same room.
With the broken stalagmite?
He's still.
No, it's a clean room without the stalagmite being broken.
Can he carry that with him?
The broken
Like he broke a
stalagmite?
piece off? Yeah.
Sure. Yes.
Okay.
It doesn't evaporate or anything. You can carry it with you.
Okay. Now getting confused. Okay, it's not too hard. He's gonna walk back the way he came to see the broken stalagmite.
It is broken. You would make
So-
it back to that room, and you would see the damage that you did to it.
But he
But
didn't
he
walk
didn't
back
auto
into
go back
with the
ever.
others.
I'm sorry. By my understanding, you went east, broke a stalagmite east, and then went back to the west.
Right.
Yes. Yeah. So you would find that stalagmite.
Uh-oh.
East.
I don't know if you could hear me, but I think I'm lost.
You all can hear that.
Just why not try going south and breaking another stalagmite?
Quintus is gonna look around, trying to figure out which way south. Can he discern which way south in here? He's not
So
that
let's
bright
see.
with directions.
You're facing towards us,
Yeah.
correct? So you're facing west.
Yeah.
Go to your left.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, Quinton will go to the left.
Same room. You can break another stalagmite if you would like to.
Yeah, he's gonna shake and break another one. Now he's carrying 2 of these.
Now walk back.
Backwards, right.
Yep.
He's gonna walk backwards, but keep going the way he was. So not back towards them.
Oh no.
Oh
Okay.
no.
Yeah. You make it to another room that looks identical.
Oh no. Oh gosh. Yeah, I'm lost. Can you still hear me? Hello?
Very, very faintly.
Okay. So we know he went south. I'm gonna
And then-
send Blue south from here twice, and then east twice.
Okay. So geometrically, that should make sense. However, Blue continues past without ever coming to a room that has Quentin in it.
Yep, I figured.
Yeah.
And then Blue's gonna go north.
Go north?
Yep.
Okay. I mean, he's still in the maze.
We're just getting everybody lost here.
I'm gonna go look for Quentin. I don't really want to lose him. And then he's gonna go east, south.
Wait. Before you go, do you want to tie a rope to you?
Not particularly with the way that the magic seems to send us back to the beginning. Because it seems like when that happens, I don't know what will happen to the rope, if it will just coil up around us or go through some form of portal and then we never get the rest of the rope.
It's easy to replace rope.
I mean, I have a general understanding of how to get back here no matter where I'm at. So I just need to go get Quentin. And unless we have like 400 feet of it, I don't think it's going to be very effective. Because the rooms are roughly 40 feet apart and they're roughly 40 feet wide. I don't know about you. All I have is 50 feet of rope.
I assume all of us have at least 50 feet of rope.
Together, that would be 350 feet of rope.
Quentin does not have rope.
Oscar has no rope.
Alan does.
Rope is not like fully in every
I don't.
It seems
I
like this
don't really
puzzle has
wanna-
brought you to the end of your rope.
I mean,
And we do
rope's a
not
pretty useful
have an
thing. I don't
idea.
really want to just waste it.
That took me a second, Alex. Nice.
But yeah, I'll go
Hot
east,
dope.
east, south.
Mhm.
And then I will holler for Quentin. Quentin, please tell me you didn't keep moving.
Did Quentin keep moving?
No, he's
Okay.
trying to figure out which way to go, and he's turned around a few times, and that made it even worse. Like he started spinning, and now he's really like boggled. His mind's like he doesn't know which way was which. He doesn't know which way he walked in here from. So now he's just holding these two stalagmites from different rooms. And
Yeah, so Quentin would be where my cursor is now, and Melazog is one room up, so you can hear one another.
Melazog, is that you?
Yes, my friend, it is me. I just didn't want to go down the wrong corridor. I wanted you to talk back. I'm gonna come to you for a moment.
Oh, okay. I got turned around. I'm sorry.
You're fine. You're fine. And then I would walk into that south room. Do I then find Quentin?
You do.
Now, come with me. I want to test something. We're gonna
I think
walk
me walking
back.
backwards was working, but then I stopped doing it, and then I messed it up.
but yeah, he's gonna follow Melazag.
We're gonna go north one.
North 1, okay.
Does that bring us back to the center?
Quentin broke off the stalagmite in
this one that we're if it is going back to the room, and it would be this one, and then the one up from it. So the two north are
Yep.
the ones he broke.
Yeah. Then, yeah, you would return to that room with the broken stalagmite.
I want to now go east one.
Okay. It's another room.
Now we're gonna go north one,
Okay. It's another room.
and then south one.
You're back in the chamber.
Okay.
Okay. This was the original intent. I wanted to get us all back in the chamber.
Okay. Where I've got blue right now was south twice, east twice, north once.
Mhm.
I want to send blue north one more time, and then east twice.
Okay.
Is it still just another room?
It is.
How far away is blue feeling?
Blue is feeling maybe 120 feet away.
Okay. East again. Just
Okay.
trying it.
Feeling about 80 feet away.
Okay, that's not. That's confusing. All right, let's go east 2 more times.
Goes about 120 feet away and then feels about 80 feet away.
Okay, we're gonna go east once, north once.
120 back to 80. It's the same. It's the yo-yo effect.
All right. Then I guess just west.
About 120 feet away.
South,
About 80 feet away.
going back north.
He reappears in the chamber.
God, so confusing.
I'm sorry I got lost, guys. That was a little scary. What if, well, I was able to change some of the rooms and they changed it. So what if, I go with one of your familiars and well, together we try and figure this out, and then Melazag could come save me if I get lost again.
The bug will land on your shoulder, and Melazog will say, I'm gonna be honest with you. What I want you to do is break a stalactite in every room that you come to.
Oh, okay. I could do that.
We're gonna see if we can break the engine of this magic.
I think I'll go with you this time, and I'll leave Blue behind.
Wait a minute. Maybe. What if we start finding the way? Shouldn't that be what I break things for? Or should I just break? Because if I break everything, it'll all look the same, and then we'll perpetuate whatever is going on here.
We'll break
What
things
if
a little
you-
differently each time.
Yeah, what if you break the stalagmite and whatever direction you head out, point it in that direction in that room. So if you find yourself back in it, you know which direction you've already been.
Okay. I got 2 to start. I'm still carrying them.
Excellent.
So there I've marked out all of the approximate rooms that each of you have explored.
While you're doing that, I have another thing I might try. We've been focusing on the rooms themselves, but this room appears to be the center of all of it, so I might investigate and see if there's anything in this room that can be tied to it.
Tied.
And most importantly, I don't have to leave this room, so you don't need to worry about me.
Like tied like a rope?
I do not believe that that's what he's saying.
Oh, is that not a bad idea? Maybe tie a rope to me, and just in case you could give me a tug if I get lost.
So, I thought about this earlier, and I didn't continue through with it because I got distracted with ADHD. But what does the door we came in look like?
Yeah, it's about 8 feet tall, rough stone, looks exactly like the other 3 exits.
Do I see... So it looks just like the other exits. So if I was to go through it, or send Blue through it, I should say.
I thought we came in from the south.
You came in from the west. When you entered, it was a, grand 20, 25 foot tall, huge thing.
Yeah, gotcha.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm going to send Blue to the west from the main camp.
You send Blue in, and your connection with Blue goes dark.
I have bad news, y'all.
What's up?
I got a bad feeling about this.
So the way we came in just severed my connection with Blue.
What do you mean?
Yeah, Blue's gone.
They might have left that way open so that we can leave.
Well, I get that, but I don't reckon I know why it would have just cut them off completely.
Ham.
I don't think we're in
we're gonna
Kansas
have-
anymore there, Toto.
Well, should I try this thing, or does this change what we were plotting?
Well,
I think we need to
whatever
find out
that
what happened
means,
to
it
Blue.
means we can't go back.
Or
We may
maybe
as well all go forward.
Or maybe that's the problem. Or we keep trying to see the future, but we should go back. And maybe that's where we will find this person.
I'm half thinking that this person is just in the rest of the mist in this room, doing their best not to laugh at us right now.
Oh,
Let me have Book make an intellect check or an awareness check real quick as you're studying everything going on in this room, just taking inventory of it. If you have investigating or dungeoneering or anything like that, then...
I suppose Arcana helps.
Yeah, Arcana would help.
All right.
You would...
that is a...
Yeah, 23 it looks like.
Yeah.
Yeah, you would definitively be able to confirm that the size and appearance of the hall from which you came has changed. It is maybe a third as tall as it was when you first entered the room. Further, you would detect. I know there's technically spells for this, but with a 23, I'll say you detect traces of illusory magic and of enchanting magic on this doorway or this passageway back to the west.
Would this qualify as a magic circle?
No, not like not in the sense of like dispelling a circle or like circle of warding, circle of haste. It's not something like that.
Right.
So when you said my connection went dark, did it like sever the connection like Blue has been unsummoned, or like I just can't reach Blue?
Like you can't see him. Can't reach him.
But like he's still there somewhere.
It's like signal interference on a phone line, like you're going through a tunnel.
Okay. So Blue's still out there somewhere. I just can't quite see through its eyes.
Oh, we can't leave Blue. Melazog, you gotta shave with somebody else. Blue got lost.
So, what I can tell you is that there's a powerful enchantment on this room. It involves illusory magic. I'm trying to figure out a way to break it, but that's not really my forte. So I'd be happy to hear anyone else's suggestions.
Okay, tie the rope to me and I'm gonna go get Blue.
I'm going with you.
Alrighty.
All right, couple coils of rope are
Alright.
tied to Quentin. Alan is going along with him. The two of you venture to the west. After walking for just a short distance, you do that weave that the tunnel takes you through a little bit, and then you do find Blue. Blue is crouched down, hackles are raised, low growl in his throat. And in the center of this chamber, which does not look the same as the other chambers, it is much larger. In the center of this chamber, there is a creature of some kind who is a large individual, taller than Quentin, has what looks like bark and decayed leaves and vines for skin. Like Groot, I suppose. But is wearing these these dilapidated, shredded priestly vestments that are now more rags than vestments, and has 2 pairs of decayed condor wings sprouting from its back. And that's where we're going to end for tonight.
Oh, man.
I knew it.
Nathan,
This-
you know what, dude? I mean this nicest way possible. I hate you sometimes.
Yeah. Usually right at the end of an episode.
Yeah, they say the same thing
yeah.
I did when we went into the room. Whoops, sorry, wrong room. Pick up Blue and go.
We'll find out how that works out next time. So thank you everyone for joining us for episode 10 of MythCraft Legends, a convergence of cults. Thank you to our Patreon legends, this wonderful crew here. Thank you to our guest stars for the episode, Maggie and Alex, and of course thank you for our to our listeners both now and in posterity. Thank you all so much, and we will see you all next time.